few hours into your rest by some cloakers, which repeatedly latched on to multiple people's faces and roughed you guys up pretty good. Only one of them escaped and said in Undercommon, which Darkness understood and relayed to the rest of you, we know you're sent. So you guys are...
By who?
you guys
Just
are
'cause
under...
that one got away.
Yeah. You guys are under one level of exhaustion. I believe the plan was still to try to find a way to rest.
Yeah, you forgot to mention the part where I died twice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You went unconscious.
Well,
twice.
that's just it's not news anymore. You constantly do that.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Do you like tasting the other side?
Yeah. Kip is also having like a runaway wild magic surge spree.
That's right.
So like 2 more, right?
Yeah, he has 2 more. The effect of at least one of the spells that I remember, his hands are now skeletons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He also ate the goat.
Yeah.
Drained the goat.
Oh my god, I remember.
Yeah.
But
I got
conjured
help from
a
it
new
though.
goat.
The goat served its
Just for
purpose.
you.
What purpose was that? Being killed by you?
Well, first
My own
he actually
flesh and blood?
First, he summoned like giant skeleton hands from the ground that tried to smash and push the goat over. The goat resisted it, and then Kip drained the goat's life, which killed it. Lily
Waste wrong
conjured
time. What can I
a
say?
replacement goat.
I did, but it only lasts for like an hour or 2.
Yeah. So to start it off, Kip, to roll a D100 and a D10.
Let's go.
Aye, aye, Captain. It's gonna be a 96.
96.
96. I feel like that's good. High
Ooh.
rolls are good.
Uh,
Not with
You shouldn't
wild
have said
magic surges. Necessarily.
nice. So like a shockwave emits like slowly from Kip, just like a distortion in the air that envelops all of you. You guys can feel like a chill run up your spine, and you become vulnerable to necrotic damage for the next minute.
Wait, even though he's far away.
Only a minute.
It's a
Yeah,
big
the range
wave.
on this is 120 feet.
Oh, it's a big wave.
Yep.
I'm sorry. This is your fault, actually. You wouldn't let me leave.
We fully let you leave.
Oh, just leave me alone better, okay?
Will do.
And that, Kip goes farther off and just kind of like starts a light jog.
Darkness
Wait,
continues
okay.
to follow on the cliff above.
While that's happening, Grogmare is like slinking over to the cloaker corpses that were piled around the like foot of all of the bedrolls, and he's kind of like poking at them with his finger, wondering if he wants to eat this. Pretty obviously. Lily, what are you doing?
Where am I
Don't eat
standing
that.
right now?
You and Sin are by the glowing rock right over here.
Bad grog.
Okay.
Bad grog.
I mean, we need to find somewhere to rest because we cannot continue like this. Do we still have underwater breathing?
Yeah, you guys should still have underwater breathing.
Then we should
Sleep in the
we
cave.
should do what we
Sleep
should have
in the
done
cave.
in the first place and sleep in the cave.
If the underwater breathing it's 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 18 left.
So that's enough for a full rest.
Yeah.
And we have a boat to go to. So we don't
Yeah,
have to...
the boat can seat 3 small to medium creatures.
Ah. Okay, well, I can, if we rest, I can swim. I can turn into something else.
Whenever you're wild shape, though, it lasts how long? Because a long rest would be for 8 hours.
Yeah, a long, but the wild shape will last half of my druid level.
So like 3 hours.
I think it's half my druid level rounded down. So
Okay.
yeah, it's 3 hours.
Yeah, there is the cove, which Corval was sleeping in previously.
That seemed pretty safe.
It's this little area here, and you'd be able to like position yourself so that you're underwater completely, or with your head above water if you wanted to.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tap. Who am I with? Corval?
You're with Sin.
Oh, Sin. I'm gonna tap Sin on the
Waves.
shoulder. Well, reach up to Sin on the shoulder and be like, I think it's cave time, and I'm gonna yell over to Bard. Cave.
Yes.
Yeah, let's move down.
Lego.
Do we try to get Kip and Darkness?
I'll wait up here until they walk back, and then I'll go lay down.
I'll
Okay.
I'll just cast message. I'll point in I'll point in Kip's general direction. It's 120 feet range, and I'll say like, "Hey, we're going down to sleep in the cave. Come when you're done."
At hearing this, Kip's gonna like whip around, but he's still like super grumpy and mad, and is like, "Sure, whatever," and flips it off with a skeleton hand and keeps booking it the other way.
Darkness will write down mood changes as an effect
No.
of wild magic.
Mood
Corval.
swings.
Corval, what are you doing?
The rope's still tied to Waffles.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Then I'll just pat Waffles and have him start walking towards the cave. How's Barnabas doing?
Barnabas looks great.
Or I'll just give him a
Oh,
thumbs
that's
up
right.
and keep going.
Barnabas is gonna like noticeably like look away and avert his attention from the corpses on the ground as he passes by.
Yeah, you did great, Barnabas. No worries.
Grogmare will also join you. He's brought one of the cloaker corpses with him. The tail's kind of like wrapped around his forearm, and he's just like got the rest of it clumped in his hand, just taking bites out of the leathery, like, flesh of this thing.
Grogmare. You get one bite, put it back down. If I'm right, they want to use those to see if we can mess with them or like take something from them. But just
Well, yeah, making like armor from them might be helpful with their weird illusion-y effect.
so
That's
You like-
true.
Should we
He
just
likes-
throw them in the cloak?
Let's
Might
throw
as
him in the
well.
throw
cloak.
them in the cloak.
He's-
Grogmare, you
He
get one
stops
more bite.
mid-chew. He's like, can
What are they
I
called?
at least finish this one?
No, you get one more bite. If we take them and they are no use to us, you can have them all.
You can roll persuasion.
I'll help.
That's a 21 on the first roll.
Never mind.
I just give him a
Over
glare.
Then.
He begrudgingly swallows and takes one extra bite than he was allowed, and then passes the corpse over to you.
What are these things called?
I take the corpse, walk by him, pick up the other two, and then just shove them in the cloak.
These are called cloakers.
Oh, okay, that's fitting. How many do we have in the cloak?
3 and 2/3.
3 and 2
Or, sorry,
thirds.
2 and 2/3. My bad.
Yeah, there were 4 of them, so there's 2 and 2/3.
I assume Grogmare takes hefty bites.
Yeah,
Wouldn't doubt it.
May I
Uh,
pull out my super cool book of dungeons?
Yes. Are you
Yeah.
gonna look up cloakers?
I would love to.
Yep. Bard, could I read that at some time too?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So you can do nature or history.
Okay, we're probably gonna do history here. Okay, that's gonna be a 24.
Dang.
High roller.
I'll send you a thing.
We are such hoarders. Oh my gosh.
I know.
We're
It's
just
a
literally
problem.
carrying around a trunk of absolute randomness.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the
But it
final
could
boss
be-
with a potion for everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
And all this
God.
crazy armor made out of all these crazy animals we've come
Right.
across.
We're gonna be like, we're gonna have too much stuff to actually use.
Yeah,
That's true.
but that's okay.
I wonder if purple ferns and cloakers have to do anything with each other. Maybe we could just start mixing it in a pot, see what happens.
Yeah.
Toads in there.
Give it a go. It's called the good old fuck around and find out.
Yep. Ard, did you ever look up how to make like the super strong potions in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought so.
I finally finished it.
Okay,
Nice.
there you go.
Okay, I'll read this all aloud to all of us. Cloakers were generally reclusive creatures, though older ones were known to coerce groups of them and form enclaves of cloakers. They can moan in an otherworldly language,
Okay, Bard.
which causes creatures to become frightened.
Spooky.
Would be the part that she emphasizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just reading the book, y'all.
Sure you are.
Would you give me your last wild magic roll?
Oh boy. Okay. How far away am I at this point?
Uh,
Yeah, I'll just like walking, give the FU, and just keep on going.
so you would be off map and over 120 feet away.
Okay. That's a 90 straight up.
Shout out to my 90s babe.
Hey, there we go.
Ayo.
Nice. Kip, you cast False Life on yourself
Oh
at
my
first
God.
level.
Boom, baby. Okay. Well,
What is
false
that?
life
thing?
at first level.
Yep.
All right. I'll suck a little blood from nowhere. Actually, heck yeah, that's gonna be 15 points of health. And at that, Kip just smiles to himself, knowing that this is some pretty good stuff we got here. And kind of click clacking his like bones together as he's walking, thinking about life, in general, just the thoughts of a teenage boy.
What does the spell false life look like for darkness?
I think false life. I have to touch myself, and basically touch myself, and literally it's necrotic, almost like an after image. It's transposed onto my body because it's not really health. It's just like temporary health for an hour. So it's like almost a shield almost comes over me that's perfectly fitting and then fades into myself.
All right. So everyone but Kip and Darkness is heading down the rope into the cove.
Yes.
Oh, and my goat, which you're just taunting me with right there.
That's the one that Lily
Yeah, that's
conjured
the
as a
one I
replacement for
conjured.
you.
I forgot.
I just figured you'd like a cuddle buddy.
Thank you.
Is anyone opting to stay above water in this cove, or is everyone going under?
God no, just put me down. That sounds terrible.
Darkness, what are you doing?
I don't think I know that would be his last spell, right?
It's yeah, I don't think he's communicated to anyone.
Okay,
that
then I'm
he
just gonna
has.
kind of I'm just writing down notes. I'm kind of keeping an eye on like the surroundings and like if like what's happening with the group at large. I'm kind of like a hawk surveying everyone.
So you'd see everyone but Waffles make their way down the
Yeah.
rope and off the cliff beyond where you can see. They're all in the cove. Waffles is still sitting at the top of the cliff with the rope.
What does Waffles look like? What is he doing?
Waffles, he's a horse-sized pug. He's
No,
sitting.
not like what does he look like? Like how does he look?
He's
like-
just sitting,
Yeah.
panting, staring forward,
Nice.
very absent-mindedly and very happily.
Cool.
Very casual pug.
Waffles don't got a
Does-
lot of problems.
Does Kip know that
Breathing
I'm
struggles
looking at
and
him?
all.
Are you attempting to hide yourself from Kip?
Yeah. Sure.
Roll a stealth check.
Let's do that.
Oh, you're gonna win. I have a very low passive perception.
That's 9.
Yeah, so Kip, you can hear Darkness like scampering on the rock cliffs above you.
Now in Kip's daydream, I feel like as he's reminiscing about, or just pondering life and what this possibly could mean, he hears Darkness, and all he doesn't look back. Kip just kind of gives the peace sign over his shoulder, and keeps walking.
You give no fucks right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
mean, I'm gonna continue to follow him too. Yeah.
Like, Kip's gonna shout up, be like, you can walk down here. Happens.
He's gonna ignore that.
Suit yourself.
Kip, after about 5 or 6 minutes, you actually realize that you've circled the island at this point and have come back around to the first shore that you guys landed on.
Wow. Small world, huh? At this, Kip's gonna. Nothing's happened, right? No extra anythings.
Nope, just the quiet sloshing of the water around the lake and the sound of your footsteps on the stone.
Kip's gonna look at Darkness and say, I think the worst of it is over. I know you're up there.
Darkness is
Oh.
hiding behind a purple fern.
Like throws up his hands, and then at that, like his bones kind of like clack together. Like, oh my gosh. Like, Darkness, I thought we could be friends. We had something there at the beginning. I gave you my Captain Paladin novel. Kip's gonna then like shake his head and be like, "Fine, I'm going back to the group. Okay, you can follow if you want, but whatever." And then just gonna walk to the group.
Darkness will follow and jump off the cliff and like try and beat Kip to the rope to climb down.
Kip's gonna watch this happen and again just shake his head, be like, "Man, these creatures can be so weird sometimes."
Or are you, Kip? Are you gonna race him at all, or just like let him?
Just he's gonna bolt by and just classic like older sibling style, like,
So Darkness, you sprint to the edge of the cliff, and then are you like jumping in, or?
Yeah, I don't use the rope. I'm jumping in.
full dive.
Send it.
So several moments later, Kip makes his way very calmly down the rope, taking his time.
Kip's actually he's not going to use the rope. He's going to jump in as well, but he's also going to like swirl the water up to make it like a perfect, super smooth landing with mold water, just super graceful. Like
That's a cantrip, right?
that's a cantrip,
Nice.
almost divinely.
So, all of you except Waffles, who's still up on the cliff with the rope, are huddled up side by side in this small little alcove off the edge of the cliff.
My conjured goat can't breathe underwater. I just remembered that. It wasn't there when.
So the goat's like swimming above water.
Yeah.
I assume goats can swim.
So sad.
Can they swim for 8 hours?
Is there any way I could?
I don't think a conjured animal will last for 8 hours.
No, it only lasts an hour, I think.
Okay.
Insane.
And we're taking a long rest here.
Fully.
Is there any way I could like get up like 30 minutes before everybody, kind of like go up to Waffles and kind of meditate and read the dragon book and talk to Oathblade, I guess.
Yeah. I assume there's usually a good like half hour of morning activities, whether it's just breaking down camp or eating and getting your stuff ready for travel, so that'll work.
Yeah.
I just have to clarify something. Did I hear "talk to my sword"?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. At this, Kip's probably just he's gonna be sleeping through everything. He's gonna be the last one up. Sure.
Right. So 8 hours pass, and the first of you begin to open your eyes. Lily, Darkness, Barnabas, Grogmare, Bard, Corval, and yeah, that'll be it. You guys all wake up.
Is Kip
Okay.
there?
Yep, he's asleep in the water.
Did I not wake up?
Sin, you are already up,
Okay. Oh yeah.
just sitting down next to Waffles for meditation.
Is there a way that Kip can be snoring somehow underwater?
Bubble.
You have underwater breathing, so yeah, nobody would hear you snore.
Okay.
But you are snoring. And yeah, we'll say there's bubbles on every exhale, just blowing out from your mouth and nose.
Perfect.
Okay, can I just go over and poke Kip?
Yes. That's 10 hours left of underwater breathing, by the way.
10 hours.
Alrighty, folks, we better get moving.
Yep.
Back on the boat? Or are we just gonna walk?
Well,
Swim.
three
We'll put
people
them
can
up
fit on the
above.
boat.
Aren't the giant mushrooms also in the cloak?
Yes.
They should be.
Yes,
As
yeah, they
well
are.
as all the rope is on my hips.
So you guys have the mushroom raft still, as well as the 3-seater that Barnabas created with the wreckage on the shore.
Okay, so
Alright.
I guess we should rebuild the
Our
little
raft.
raft.
Yeah.
We could rebuild the raft, tie it to the boat, and I could push us around.
Sorry, we're
It'll be like
above.
inner tubing.
Yeah,
above land, right?
I love it.
let's do it.
We're like about, okay, yeah, we're on the shore. I'm gonna sit down and pull out my deck of cards, and I would like to cast Augury.
Okay.
Agree.
And this has to do with the blue fire on the map, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna like in my mind, I'm gonna like basically I'm like asking if we go that direction, I'm looking for the results from augury as if we were going toward the blue fire.
Okay. I need to ask a question that I'm gonna DM you real quick.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
it's a little. It can be like vague, so I want to make sure you understand what is exactly being answered.
And to clarify, we leveled up and everything
Yes.
last session, right?
Yeah.
What XP are we at?
23,
Oh.
520.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
Oh, which means okay. Yes, I have health. Thank God. What I tap is a pen.
Okay. Hopefully that question makes sense.
Oh, interesting. Oh God.
That kind of boils down to like Darkness's personal interests. What are they?
I know. I'm thinking. I think it'd be like that.
Okay.
He's gonna be a good guide. I think he's kind of sick of being called a bad guide.
I mean, the tour guide
I'm the bad guide.
from.
Duh.
Of course it would be this.
Duh.
The one I didn't want.
I have one more little tidbit for you.
Okay.
The hell? I still have Ashanti's blessing.
What? How?
Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, maybe. Okay.
You just haven't
I don't
used it?
trust myself. I don't trust myself. I don't know if this exists.
I believe it's on your character sheet.
It is on my character sheet.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna use this meditate to
Oh my God.
get advantage on my first attack roll too.
Okay, I think I fully understand what that means now, though.
Yep.
Ah, that hurts. Okay,
Go
we're
in
gonna
there,
want to.
Darkness.
He'll kind of like clear his throat and pick up all of his cards frantically. Kind of clutch his chest as he does.
Yo, hey bud.
He'll like grunt
It's okay.
and then like, yeah, we're gonna have to. There's some things that need to be done down here.
Learn that
What
from
do you
your
mean?
cards.
Yeah, what does
What?
that mean?
Well, I asked if we should go to the blue fire with my divine powers cursed upon me, and basically, I don't think we should go there now, but I think it'd be a good idea to stop by there later when we're a little bit more prepared.
What's the blue fire?
Well, it's a spot marked on the map, blue fire, and it says that it's a strong place. And the boat gate that we entered from was also marked a strong place. And being from the perspective of these weak and feeble fish people, I'm assuming it's not friendly fish people that live there either. So, yeah.
That.
It's gonna be like, well, I'm feeling pretty strong, and he like flexes to himself. Like,
I think we
don't
should.
think it's-
I think we should stick to Felth Tokkar, and I'm assuming we're gonna need to explore the caves a little bit more than just Felth Tokkar, so we can head there afterward.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm doing my
So-
best to guide us in the right direction. Okay.
job, Darkness.
I'm gonna pull Darkness aside, like nobody else can hear. And I'm gonna say, hey, so about the cards. And then I pull out the 50 gold pieces I took from you, and I was like, I cheated. I have a problem. I just like I feel bad about it, and I think you're doing a great job. This is really hard. So here's your money back, and you can keep the cards. I'm
Darkness.
sorry.
Darkness denies the coins and says, "What's fair is fair. You can keep the coins."
But I cheated.
That's fine if you need it.
Okay, cool. And I'll offer my hand to shake it.
Darkness will spit into his hand and shake your hand.
Great. I'll spit onto our hands as they're shaking.
Darkness will immediately pull his hand back and like shake your spit off of his hand.
Oh, sorry. Did I do that wrong?
And Darkness will walk away.
Did Bard just apologize? Who are you? Suddenly get a conscience?
Oh, I'm the one without a conscience.
Yeah,
I
Kip,
mean,
you are
I'm
not
just
one to
applauding
talk
you.
fair,
You-
boy.
Sorry, but Kip actually couldn't see this because I pulled him aside.
Yep,
Sorry.
she gained
Yeah.
the conscience you lost.
Oh, it was part of the wild magic.
The
I
transferring
think
curse.
he would have taken them off though. Like for the handshake.
Okay.
Or at least one of them.
And it's just like tying the ropes to the boat, listening to the conversations, just kind of chiming in things, getting ready for the push-up. Stretching, doing little push-ups so she gets pumped, so it's a little easier.
I'm gonna
So-
just hop on into that raft.
Sin, what's the arrangement with the mushroom raft and the boat? Are they going to be roped together, or?
Yeah, I was thinking of basically pulling it like an inner tube.
Okay, so like a length of rope between them.
Yeah.
How far back? Like, how much slack do you want to give it?
Give it like 20 feet. And I'll tie it to the mushrooms, back to the boat, loop around, and then bring it all the way back to try to like really strengthen it. So who's navigating with me on the boat?
Yeah,
And
and
who's on the mushrooms?
I should probably be ahead with you on the boat.
It's
I
definitely gonna be
have-
kicking
I
in on
have
the
the
mushrooms.
site. I'd like to go on the boat actually because I have the. I'm just trying to flex that I can't get lost in the Underdark. I know my way around, but I have no idea. what
Ooh,
fuck I am.
true. Lily could be Lily could probably be a better
True.
guide than Darkness.
No,
Darkness
my
will
God,
sit.
yeah.
Darkness will sit on the mushrooms and sulk now that you all said that.
no, we can have Sin, Darkness, and me on the front.
I
Darkness
mean,
is
Lily's
sitting on
never
the
really led
mushrooms.
us wrong before.
Hey, Darkness, you're gonna
I
let
don't
us
think
know
that
where we're
that's true.
going? I'll be on the boat.
Darkness is playing with a rock, throwing it between both of his hands, casting light on it, just like fiddling his thumbs.
Corval, what are you doing?
I shoot Bard a look. I didn't think Darkness was your type, but teach their own. And I get on the mushrooms.
I think
Right.
Bart has no idea how to respond to that. Oh well, no, that was just like we're just friends, you know? We're just friends.
Bard,
I mean, I don't even know if we're friends really. Like, I don't know. He spit on me. Does that count?
Whoa, what?
I stop walking for like half a second and then just
What?
not even looking, keep going.
Darkness pulls his hood further onto his face, trying to hide himself.
His eyebrows shoot up to his like forehead and like, excuse me?
I mean, well, we spit on each other. I mean, like not in a weird way.
Bard, you spit on our guide?
No.
Kip honestly starts rolling on the mushrooms laughing.
Is that like a family thing or a regional
First you
thing?
emphasize moaning, then you spit on our guide? What's going on?
It's not
Well,
like that, you
I
guys.
come out of the room. Like,
Bard, if you're horny, I just understand. Just tell us, okay?
Well, no.
When we get to the next town, we'll find a good, like, bathhouse or, like, brothel for you to go to, okay?
Oh
We'll
my
find
God,
you another Lydia.
No.
No.
Whoa,
Don't
Kip.
You don't want
Whoa.
another Lydia.
Whoa.
God,
Okay,
what?
come on.
Jeez,
Good. You don't
sorry.
have to
Touch your
bring that
subject,
up.
okay?
Why'd you bring Lydia up?
I like
Come
walk up.
on.
I like
It's
walk up to Kip.
okay.
I'm like, don't you remember the boar, dude? What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, but I thought it was like in the past, like whatever. Okay, sorry.
Think,
We don't
gotta
want
think
another
about it like this, okay? Even though the boar was in the past, she just lost the goat, so bringing up that could be both in one hit. Like, come on,
Bard
dude.
starts crying.
I sit next to Bard and I just start trying to comfort her.
Then just
Okay.
goes to the other side of the boat and starts pulling
Lydia
the
with the
boat
dick.
closer so she can climb on it.
Kip
Like,
just
Get me
you
out
can't
of this.
see her eyes, but you see like water flowing through the slits in the helm.
Oh, no.
in the helm.
The helmet's like, it's okay. This will moisturize your skin.
Kip like looks the other direction and puts his feet off of the end and is like, "Oh, women are so confusing sometimes." But like to himself, really low.
So Grogmere and Barnabas are still on the shore. And Barnabas is just gonna be like, so do you want us on the boat or the mushrooms?
I'm gonna be on the boat with Lily and Darkness. You guys go ahead and get on the mushrooms.
Darkness will climb to the boat. You know.
Just kind of, yeah, like as I'm walking, I kind of like tap him on the shoulder, like, come on. Hey, where do I go? Tell me where to row.
We're gonna go to the left of screen. We're going due west.
Aye, aye, Captain. Then starts going.
Water kicking noises.
Trying to make small talk best he can. And is generally curious. Darkness will ask how strong. Send it like, hey. So how strong are you? As you're like rowing the boat.
Well, I can't like. I'm pretty strong. I lifted a full cart for about a 8-hour travel time to a different area by myself.
Yeah, she's just a bag of muscles.
How far do you think you could throw this? And he's like tossing a rock in one of his hands.
A rock tossing contest.
At least 30 feet. I'm just talking shit. At least 30, 40 feet. Oh, I got the arm for it.
Whatever. Okay.
Do you want me to throw a rock for you? I mean, I can. I just don't know. Like, would that help you understand how strong I am?
It's fine. When the time comes, it might be useful.
From the
Ooh, darkness is into sin.
From the raft
Yeah,
of shrooms.
I'm like looking at both of them awkwardly, like I'm the third.
Yeah, like
third
this
wheel.
interaction got a little interesting, so Kip's definitely like peeking around, like just checking it out.
And I was like, I bet I could throw a rock really far.
Bard looks off into the distance.
Grogmare very bluntly cuts through any tension that's in the air with just, are we throwing rocks? Give one here.
Oh, Grogmare could outthrow me any day.
Darkness will actually toss a rock to Grogmare.
He
And
like
Oh yeah.
ask
he
him to
catches
throw
it, and in like one motion, the same motion of catching it, just immediately like turns 90 degrees to his left and guns the rock well beyond anybody's dark vision.
Wait, Frogmere, how far can you throw me?
Grogmare kind of like looks at you and like scratches the back of his head, and he like comes up. He looks like he's gonna hug you, and he's like, "Up, do you mind?"
Go for it.
He kind of just like picks you up and like thinks to himself for a second. And he's like, easily a good 45 feet.
Prove it.
As he picks her up, I want to try to row really fast to try to see if I can make them lose their balance.
Grogmare's gonna pick you up and move to like the front of the raft to throw you the same direction that you guys are heading.
Perfect.
And he's like basically bear hugging you. He starts to like spin around, and he uses the momentum to eventually just hold on to your ankles and like spin you around.
Oh my
An
god!
Olympic throw.
Whee!
Holy shit! What's
Imagine
It's
So
like the
he
Mario throw.
he got a 22. So Bard flies 40 feet out in front of the raft and splashes in the water.
just imagine any spy watching us right now.
The children at heart.
They'd be like, we can't kill them. They're too cute.
There's way too much entertainment value here.
No, they're
An
pissed
odd-
off. Like, how do we lose to these guys?
wait, how do we pitch this to Netflix?
Oh my gosh.
Sin, you're gonna be rowing at a normal speed, normal pace.
Yeah. I'll speed up a little bit to get Bard, and then I'll start rowing back to normal.
Cool. So you guys pass under what look like two like sideways stalactites at 45-degree angles that kind of like cross in front of each other. And this is fairly low hanging. It's like 50 feet above your heads, and much lower than the actual ceiling of this cavern, which is way above you guys.
Do they look natural?
Like the rock itself looks natural, the position of them does not.
Can I roll an insight or something?
You can roll nature or history.
That's a 14 history. Sorry, 16 history. What strange-looking stalactites.
Okay. Oh, you've never seen a stalactite before?
Is that a stalactite or a stalagmite?
Stalactites are above, stalagmites
This
are
is-
below.
Yeah,
this
I
feels
thought-
like a conversation we've had. I'm having
Yeah, I
some
was gonna say, have we talked about this
Deja
before?
vu!
Stalactites
Kip immediately
hold on
blurts
tight.
out the answer. Stalactites, they hold on, okay? We've been over this.
Oh, that's right.
Idiots.
Are we stopping here?
Yeah,
What?
I believe the route that you guys wanted to take was north and then down. Yeah, so you guys find another small rocky shore on the edge of Undraka that leads up to a cave. a very long, dark tunnel. It's completely bare. There's no vegetation here, no fungus at all.
Oh boy.
That doesn't sound good.
And
I will.
it's been 3 hours of travel on the raft.
So is the cave straight, or is it like bending, curving, natural looking?
It appears straight. The walls look natural, but it is just extending straight ahead
Yeah.
of you.
I'm gonna cast. Okay, let me look it up one more time.
This is the evilest place I've ever seen in my life.
I'm gonna cast daylight on a rock. I'm gonna toss it to Grogmar. Hey, Grogmar, can you toss this bright thing down that cave?
He's like, "Yep." Another 22.
Holy
So
shit. His
basically
good arm
just-
is insane. Ugh, I love it.
Basically just a glowing missile. The rock flies a good 90 feet and then lands and bounces a couple of times, going another 10 feet ahead. The cavern is perfectly cylindrical around, and as the light flies through it, you can see there's almost like a pattern to the warped and waving rock walls.
Let's look it up in your monster book. Bet a worm or some shit carved this.
Could I try to help Bard look through that?
Yeah. So it'd be Bard, your choice of nature or history.
All right. Fuck me. That's going to be a 13. History.
This cavern lines up with some descriptions of tunnels left behind by creatures known as purple worms, which are gargantuan monstrosities.
Thought I heard of them before.
May I look
Fine.
purple worm up in my book?
Yes. I'll give you insight on one of its stats or abilities. Is there something particular you want to know?
Location.
Location?
Yeah, it's nearby.
Here. No, I wanna, let's see, maybe, what it is, weaknesses, I guess, maybe, or, how to avoid one. Let's look, how to avoid being detected by one. And should I roll with, advantage? Somebody helping me?
No, I'll just give you this info.
Okay. Okay, so they have tremor sense, so they see by sensing vibrations in the ground. But we're in water. Yeah?
Nope.
You're heading up to land for a short little stint. It'd take you about 20 minutes to walk through this cave.
Okay. Well,
All you're
guys,
saying is the first people to run in there is going to get its attention.
yeah, so it has tremor
We
sense.
could
I
pass,
suppose-
maybe.
I think, yeah, we should probably pass without a trace. Well, I mean, it'd be
I could have waffles
Now-
go.
Now,
Oh, true.
this is a marked path on the map. So this tunnel has been here for at least as long as the map has existed.
Never be too careful.
Okay.
Drop the cards right there. What will one cast of a little spell won't hurt, right?
Wait, did we want to do pass without a trace?
I think we should just do we should just do path without a trace. Take us 20 minutes to get through. Let Waffles lead. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. Is
Let's
this the
not
end of our
get eaten by a worm.
water journey?
There's at the map. There's more water. There's like a little bit more water.
Okay. So are we taking the rafts or?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're probably gonna want to put. The boat can't
carry
fit.
it. I can carry it.
Okay. We can
And then
put
we
the
can
raft back into the
Yeah,
cloak, and we
yeah.
can. You could carry the boat,
We'll
I guess.
disassemble the raft. I'll carry the boat.
Yeah.
So
How
Cinder
many
starts pulling
creatures
it up.
does pass without a trace affect?
I think it's 10.
I think it's all. Is it 10? I thought it was all creatures within. Let me go.
It might
yeah,
be all creatures within range.
Is that the one spell that I
Pass without
didn't?
a trace of
I
battalion
didn't
fleet.
pop up.
Is it time for me to try to get pancakes?
Ooh.
You don't. You have multiple bags. I guess it doesn't
Yeah,
really matter.
it says masking you and your
I'm kinda
companions
tempted to
from
pull one,
detection.
too.
Okay, so it's everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pull somebody out.
All right.
The
Pray
zoo.
for me. If it's a fucking oh my god! I get an axe beak.
Nice.
Nice.
This is the first time.
What is that?
It's essentially a giant, like ostrich-like bird with
Yeah.
a beak for an axe.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
They're commonly like mounts. They're like the fucking. They look like a mount from Star Wars, kind of.
Yeah.
What they're
That's
called.
funny.
Oh my god.
It's dope.
Okay, so I introduce it to everybody because it has like have nasty dispositions normally and like attack unfamiliar creatures. So I'll introduce everybody to my nice axe beak. Oh yeah.
Oh.
And I'm now taking name requests.
You got
First,
an axe
this-
beak once, and you want to name it, but you've never named the goat.
I don't know why, but I
No,
just
don't
figured to name it
deserve
Fergus.
Dang.
w-
See, we
We're-
all get to choose what's right and wrong, guys. She didn't choose to name the goat. It didn't have value.
Okay, did you see how much I fucking cried when you killed it? Are you saying that it has no value to me? What's
Fake
wrong with you?
tears,
What is
admit
wrong
it.
with you?
So Bard,
There's not. Bard starts crying.
Oh,
Bard,
no.
why not name it
Oh my God.
Axel?
Perfect.
Wait,
darkness is
Wait,
super.
is it
okay.
is it axle like the axle of a car or axe hole?
First one, but you know what? Up to interpretation.
Come here,
I'll
Axel.
consider it.
Does darkness think this is? Has he ever seen anything like this, or like think it's something it's not? Like, what's the
This
closest
is-
thing it would be?
Well, it's not native to Undraka, and there are almost no feather winged things in Undraka. So a bird is pretty foreign to darkness.
Darkness looks super like both scared and intrigued. Like as you introduce him, his hand is like trembling to like be sniffed by or whatever. How you introduce.
Finn's gonna
a
walk
bird.
up to Grogmare, put an arm around him, and be like, "Any animal that we pull from out of a bag, you cannot eat,
Oh, that's
and waffles. Do you understand? That's your one rule. That's your one rule, dude. Don't eat our animals."
So I imagine the axe beak has like an axe-shaped beak on the front of its head, and it has to like look at you guys from either the left or the right side of its face.
Oh my god.
So
Side
it's
glances.
yeah, so it's constantly like tilting its head side to side, just taking in the variety of unique characters suddenly surrounding it.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've wanted one of these so badly.
Right? After about 20 minutes of walking through this tunnel, you guys reach the other side, which is a very similar shore, also barren of any fungus or vegetation. Would you guys like to hop back in the raft and continue?
Yes, please.
Okay. Craft, assemble.
Nice. You guys will arrive safely at the location marked Felth Tokkar. And I have a handout for you for what you see when you pull up.
Ooh.
Actually made it. Honestly, kind of surprised for all the crap we did and for how many sessions it freaking took us to get here. That's an accomplishment.
The welcoming party yet. This might get bad.
I don't want to put that in the cloak. I want to put that in general chat. So as you guys approach the shore where the location is marked Felth Tokkar, you can see an absolutely enormous skull. Like, this is not a giant skull, it's huge, with a smoking chimney sticking out of one of its eyes and a very shanty looking tent structure covering part of its mouth. There's a very small dock in front of it as well.
Speaking of Breath of the Wild,
Shrine? Wow, that is wild.
well,
Those.
do you
go
know
ahead.
what's going on here, Darkness?
No,
Okay.
never been here.
This is like really far out, isn't it?
This is off the beaten path for me. Yeah.
Yeah, this does not look like friendly territory. Aren't we at almost like the edge of the map? The known mapped area of Undraka.
Well,
Yeah, this would be like on the leftward edge of the map for the Dark Lake.
Scary.
All right.
Have you ever seen or know anything that's that big before?
what do you mean by that big?
You mean that like that gigantic skull that's bigger than a mountain?
So the skull
Ah.
from it's laying on its side, right? And from the tip of its chin, its mouth is slightly open, but from the tip of its chin to the top of its head, it's about 150 feet.
Oh my gosh.
There's lots of fossils down here, right?
Oh yeah.
Like in bones. Yeah. Darkness is like, yeah. Why?
Have you seen anything like a skeleton of any size like this before? Like, is this
Yeah.
normal?
Bigger.
Kip's eyeballs sink deeper into his skull. I don't know if I like this place anymore, guys.
So Sin, are you gonna continue to row up to the dock?
Yeah. Should we be worried about this place at all, Darkness? Or
This is where you were going, right? It's
Yes.
marked on the
Can-
map,
Yes,
Felth
but
Tokkar.
you're the one who's been here.
I've never been to Felth Tokkar. What are you talking about?
I just assumed
Can
that
I-
since you've been to this lake, you've been here.
No.
Can I use the hindsight, the ring of foresight, hindsight, and do a history check?
Yeah.
Okay. You made it a face that makes me feel like maybe this will tell me something.
Didn't expect you to use it.
Wait, do I get advantage?
Yes.
Yeah, automatically.
Okay, that was an 11. That was a 19. Is it? Well, it'd be like a 23.
Ooh, nice.
'Cause it's wisdom, right? Oh, it's 22.
Okay. Just come out here. I'm gonna tell you. It'd be easier than typing.
Okay. That's not good.
He's like, oh, let me hide all the spoilers real quick.
Right? That's actually ridiculous. So you've seen stuff like this before?
Yeah.
Like animals or like humanoid skulls like this?
Mm, both.
Dang. Draka grows them big, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever.
Right back.
I can lip read even from the side. I'm learning so much lore.
It's impressive.
He's saying it's a treasure room full of treasure and we should run in unprepared. Just go in.
Drop,
I feel like we
pass
tried
without a
that with the
trace.
eye people. We all kept touching statues.
Okay, so I got some news.
It's a treasure room, right?
We should all
Well,
run in.
I saw this thing while it was alive. And oh my
What?
gosh, my memory's already. It was this skull was alive. It was a massive fish person. So I know, Bard, you were wondering if they're sexy. So take a good look.
Are they?
Yes.
It
You're
was
the
a
one who saw
massive.
him alive.
Oh, you know, just
All right.
But then I saw it died and its brain shrunk down.
Whoa.
So
Wait,
I
like-
don't know what killed that.
So like a vision you had?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she used the ring of foresight and hindsight to peer through the sands of time and gain information on this place.
Whoa.
And that is what I saw. So
Just straight up.
Of course.
Giant fish person, huh?
So,
So pretty stupid normally.
Sin, as you're rowing just about 15 feet away from the front of the boat meeting the dock, a very elderly looking Kuatoan, fish person, comes frantically running out of the mouth or the doorway of this skull hut, and is basically like screaming at you guys from the top of his lungs, shouting things like "Stoom bloop bloop bloop, stoom bloop," and then repeats himself in Undercommon, which Darkness you can understand is "Flee this place!"
Okay.
That's comforting.
He's saying flee.
You ask him why?
Yeah, Darkness say all that. What for?
So he responds now in Undercommon, and he just says, "Death and despair, flee while you can."
What?
He shakes his head and just continues repeating
Come with
himself,
us.
saying "flee," running to the edge of the dock.
Pick him up. Let's get out of here.
Ask him his name. We gotta find this Felth person.
What's your name?
Get out of here.
He stutters for a second and then just starts shaking his head no, like waving his arms in front of him, like, "No, stop."
We're looking for Felth Tokkar.
We were told to come here to find
He says,
out
"No,
something."
don't say that name!" Starts choking on himself. You see his body go tense. His
What?
eyes glass over blue.
Oh. Oh, what?
Can I roll like maybe like history or arcana or something?
Hold on.
Is it like a death curse? Like, do we kill this guy?
Holy smokes.
Sin prepares to make a U-turn really quickly and just get out of here. Just give me the word, you guys.
Don't say the name, I guess. I mean, that's it.
He who shall not be named.
I'll
So,
point to Waffles and say Felth Tokkar.
The Kuatoan at the end of the dock, now standing calmly with glassy blue eyes, responds in two voices.
Oh.
"I am Felth Tokkar. What brings you here?
Oh.
You perchance speak common. My friends here are looking for someone named Felth Tokkar.
He responds in common. Yes, I do, and I am he.
And then Darkness
Wow.
will kick his feet up on the side of the boat and slap both of his hands together and say, mission complete.
Sin's gonna start rowing forward and like pulling the raft closer.
The Kuatoan steps back to the shore to allow you guys to dock.
We heard you are very knowledgeable of curses.
I changed.
Like, what?
High pitch though.
No! Sound like this.
Yes.
There we
Yeah.
go.
There's some dragon in him.
Yeah.
There's like random keybinds that change the voice, and sometimes they just get hit.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so this guy's super knowledgeable about curses, or so we think.
Oh, we need to have some curses removed.
Yeah.
A lot of curses.
I'm gonna start docking us, pulling the raft closer, letting everybody off, and then disassembling it and putting it for now. Maybe not. I'll just tie the boat to the dock.
I just leave that out.
Yeah, I'll just tie the boat to the dock. And turn the boat around so I can just push us off.
Yeah, there you
Like-
go.
Like Sin goes for a minute to like untie the first one and is like, wait.
That little slip in intelligence I had slowly coming back.
Okay. Kip's gonna, very friendly feeling, walk up to this guy and be like, hi, I'm Kip. These are my friends. We've traveled a very, very long way to meet you because we hear that you know many things about curses, and we have a very long story to tell you and a possible favor to ask, and I'm wondering if you'd hear us out.
That's high again.
Lol.
I like
Right.
that.
Well, you currently have the daughter of a god. And then
I just
Kip looks.
raise my hand so I can wave a little bit.
Wait. Why is Kip doing this?
I don't know, and I'm
Sin
scared.
like steps closer the second he says the daughter of a god.
Darkness
It's
will
like get right
like,
behind Lily.
look highly confused.
And so.
Okay, wait, Kip. Can I
What?
take this one?
Oh, I'm taking this one.
No, because you always
Like-
give way too much information.
Okay.
Right
I
now?
run in front
Right
of both
now.
of them.
Right now.
I run in front of both of them, and I just look at Felth. I'm like, my mom is Shanti, and she's trapped in the celestial plane, and I need your help.
Looks at Bard and is like, see, I was getting there.
Okay, no. Well, it's good for Lily to do this.
And I have like a couple of tears going down my eyes, and I've got that little quiver in my lip because like I don't want to cry right now, but it's there, and I'm just like,
I can help you, but my assistance does not come for free.
what do you ask?
I require a new body.
I look over at Barnabas. No, I'm kidding. A new body?
I look at my axe beak.
This
Does-
body
does-
must, unfortunately, be Kuatoan.
Kuatoan.
Oh, fuck me. We should have bought that bitch.
Told you we should have got all the slaves.
Okay. So if we bring you a Kuatoan, you'll help us?
Yes. I will explain in no ambiguous terms everything you would like to know about one curse.
Do they?
No, they.
Only
Just one?
Because we've
Let's say
couple.
one curse per body.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. Kip's gonna walk up in front of everyone and be like, "Okay, I got this," and then like look at Lily and be like, "Don't worry, got this one."
Do they have to be willing or conscious?
But do they have to be
Or
dead?
alive.
Yeah. What are the
Kip's
parameters?
Prerequisites.
Kip's
They
gonna
must be
literally at
alive.
all of this just like push
They have
his
to be
hands
alive?
down, say like, "Shush, shush, shush." Felthakar, I promise you that we will get you a body, absolutely. But right now, we need to know about this curse, and we promise that we are gonna get you a body, 100% right after you tell us this curse. Pinky promise, and like Kip sticks out his pinky, and can I try a deception roll on that one?
Yes.
Okay. Kip's
Um,
also going to cast friend on this guy, who's that's a cantrip, and this is I get an advantage on all charisma checks directing at one character who is not currently hostile to us. And,
Yeah, Kip, you're a madman.
Can
I know what
cast
you're
counter
doing.
spell,
You're a
please?
madman.
And I'm just gonna give it a shot, you know. And so instantly, we become
I'm-
friends.
Damn, is
I'm
this Kip's
casting
funeral?
counter spell.
Nope.
You're
Nope.
I'm casting counter spell. I'm saying, and I'm going to say, Kip, you cannot try to like deceive this person who like needs to help us.
I am helping. Promise. Trust me on this one, Bard.
So
Kip,
I think
like,
that,
directly
I think
makes
that
eye contact.
silence was really there in the group. Like, and once he said that, we were just like,
so the counterspell worked. Kip, go ahead and make your normal roll of deception.
Okay. Well, that is a 13.
Promises mean nothing to me. Bring me the bodies first.
Okay. What are the conditions of the bodies that they need to be in?
Alive, healthy, and preferably young.
Okay, but they don't have to be like willing.
They do not know.
I don't like this.
Where do you suggest we go?
Well, we can't exactly go back in town and buy more slaves now, can we?
I have a few ideas, but
Hold
I'm
on.
curious as to what you say, Felth.
There's
Well,
a
yes.
Kuatoan village not too far from here. Should find plenty of them there.
Apalupo blood?
Yes, it is called Tablouplood.
Apaluplud. Damn
And
that
it is
place.
marked as a living place on the map. It should be almost
It's a-
directly down, slightly right.
Which is a living place.
But what happens to the one you're currently using?
He will be retired.
May we ask why? You already have a body. Why do you need more?
This one grows old, and its mind has begun to wither.
Mhm. So,
Sent you a message.
I need to know about a curse. You guys, is it okay if we try and get one more?
I mean, a body's a body, and we're literally saving a god, so I would imagine the priorities are pretty simple here.
so we
Oh.
need 3.
We have the curse that Abathor put on all of us, right?
Yeah, so one for Shanti.
That can be managed. We don't need a body for each of us. That seems excessive.
No, maybe not for
Right,
each of us, but one for each type of curse to at least fully
Yeah.
understand it.
Yep.
So 3. So one for Abathor, Shanti, Darkness.
Dang it.
Right. So, you guys have accepted Felth Takkar's arrangement then?
Yes.
Feels like we have no.
Hesitant.
Pull everyone together for a tight circle.
Yeah.
Does anyone know any shape-changing magic? Because I mean, if we could turn Waffles into one of those, I mean, that would save an issue.
I don't think we'd be able to trick him. He wouldn't be able to.
Well, no, Waffles would become that thing.
You'd sacrifice Waffles for that?
I mean, temporarily.
Would he come back?
Yeah.
But it's not a real body, so how would he inhabit it?
I poke Waffles in the nose. It's real.
Okay, but I don't have any shape-changing magic.
Well,
So.
Oh
maybe
wait,
skip
what about
the-
shape-changing magic?
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Sure,
Bart,
sure.
I don't know if you can turn Waffles into one of those things.
What is Waffle's challenge rating?
His
technically
current
a
CR,
warhorse, right?
I think
yeah, it's a warhorse. I think it's
one.
2 or 1 or 2. Let me.
What's the CR of the fish
It's actually
person?
a half. At least according to Roll20. Let me check D&D Beyond. Yeah, it's a half challenge.
Yeah,
Then
Waffle
yes.
sucks.
Waffles is strong for a half challenge rating.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he is.
Seriously, what the hell?
It's the ability to use plate armor.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
What's the CR of a fish person?
It depends on the fish person.
Average citizen, I'm
Uh,
gonna guess, is real low.
He said young too, though,
Yeah,
right?
the-
So like,
Yeah, he did say young.
Yeah. Your
They have a
average
baby.
your average Kuatoan would be comparable to your average human villager. So like quarter to half.
like a sixth.
Okay.
Very easy.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I could do that.
Kip looks
Oh,
at
if
him
we're
and is like,
desperate,
well,
we
if
have
you want 3
one."
bodies, then we'll get you 3 bodies. How long do we have? Is there like a time frame on this thing?
There is no time frame. You bring me the bodies and I'll give you the information you want.
Looks at the party and is like, that seemed pretty simple to me.
Well, so we're just going to. Wow. All right. So now
Finn's
we
just
are
gonna
the
get in
slave
the boat.
sellers.
Finn's just gonna get in the boat.
No,
Okay,
maybe they'll enjoy it here better. Maybe we can persuade them that this is a better way of living.
It's a good idea. Now that
That's
is
when
something
you
to cut
can-
friendship on.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's when you can do your mind games, Kip, and Darkness will stare and glare, like give Kip a glare.
Kip smiles very innocently, knowing that it's a glare to mean something, but it literally bounces off Kip's forehead. Effectiveless.
Honestly, Lily's just gonna gloomily walk back to the boat and sit by herself and
Yeah. Sin's been
not talk.
sitting there with the oars in her hand, just ready to leave.
Right.
So, will you, just to clarify, it's the town that's north of the, like, it says Bones of Sad Loss, and there's like a
Yeah.
town called Place of Living. That's where
Yep.
he said to go.
Yes, that is
Okay.
the Kuatoan village.
Hmm.
There, on the map, there are 2 ways to get there. The dotted line, if you follow that,
Mhm.
will take you to like a shore on the opposite side of like a cavern wall. You take a cave to the town, or you can go all the way around the left side. There's a tiny little part where the like land looks
I
like
see
it
that.
connects.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sail through that and get around to the south side of the village that way.
I like the idea of being on the water, I think. And now that we've pissed off the elves, I like the idea of avoiding the dotted paths, I think. Those seem
Fair enough.
most traveled.
For what it's worth, Darkness, the elves are pissed at us before the gate incident.
Well, they were pissed at me too, so that's okay. And he'll like pat him on the shoulder, like awkwardly, because Darkness doesn't know how to talk to people, and he'll point Sin south. Let's get moving. And he'll glare into the distance of the direction of blue fire, like he wants to go there, but he knows that we have other tasks to do.
For the first few moments, you can't feel it, but the item around your neck begins to softly hum the longer you stare in that direction.
Darkness will clutch his
Sin?
chest again.
Sin, what pace are you rowing at?
I'll just row at a normal pace.
Darkness will. No, never mind. Let's just go to normal.
I can go fast.
I don't want to go fast, but I don't want to make noise. No.
Well, we're all still past right now? For at least no, that only lasts an
We
hour,
slept.
right?
We also slept, so like the elves have had time to catch up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe normal pace and just be super vigilant. We're always looking out. Know where everything around us is.
Bard, keep your eyes out with your special eyes or whatever.
And on top of one of the mushrooms.
So if you guys are going at a normal pace, it doesn't have any negatives to your perception abilities.
Cool. Fast would though, and slow would make it better.
Fast has a -5 to perception checks, and you can't forage for stuff.
Oh, it's the same as normal.
Mhm.
Like when we were in the other thing. Oh.
Yeah.
We could be foraging, but
Is there anything out here to forage?
Does anybody have like nets or fishing poles?
I have 75 feet of fishing net.
A fishing pole.
Oh yeah.
What?
Well, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, how do you think I survived? I did some fishing.
I
Do
don't
we
think
wanna-
we need to be fishing right now.
Do we
Let's
want to
just-
grab some food at least?
Don't we have
can,
food?
You can do.
We've
You
got
guys
some
can
rations.
fish while traveling at a normal pace.
Oh, okay.
Be trolling.
Then
So every 6 squares, you can make a nature check to see what you
yeah,
catch.
Sin,
if
you
anything.
should pass that to someone who can fish good.
Does
Who
anybody
can
have
fish
any?
good?
Does anybody have any fishing experience?
I have
I
survival
mean-
experience.
Would I, from my background?
I mean, you tell me.
I mean, we lived in a port, right? And we were like,
Yeah, you lived on the
we were,
ocean
like,
and on a
farmer
river.
people. Yeah,
Mhm.
I would assume so.
I'll,
I'm sure my dad took me fishing growing up.
I'll
Yeah.
stop rowing for a second and dig into my bag at the bottom. Just turn around and hand Lily the 75 feet of fishing net.
75 feet what?
75 feet of fishing net.
All right. I'll just.
Have fun.
You're
Video.
basically like dredging with the net behind the
Yeah.
mushroom raft.
And Bard, I think, is just going to be looking over the side and trying to mage hand catch fish.
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely do that with your passive perception of like freaking 19.
Amazing.
Jesus.
I know. It's the orb.
So Lily and Bard, both of you guys can make nature checks. for your
Are
fishing.
you fishing?
Yeah, I have my fishing pole.
Yeah, if you're fishing too, go ahead and make a nature check.
Yep, I'm
I
not
got
super
a
good at it, but
12,
19.
15.
that's
15.
16.
Nice. So 19, 16, and what?
15.
Nice. All of you catch something. And you each get one quipper. It
what?
looks
Can
like
I
a
study it?
it looks like a little blue and salmon colored piranha. It's got pretty nasty looking teeth.
Can I study one of them?
Yes.
Darkness, can I have one of those teeth? If you don't mind.
I'll hand my fish over. I don't need it.
The whole
Darkness
fish.
will-
Yeah.
Darkness will pluck one tooth off and then toss it back in the water.
Grogmere longingly looks off into the water.
Oh, Darkness looks down, sad that he missed an opportunity to make a friend.
Throw on the fish.
I can't fish and study this fish at the same time, can I?
You want me
Oh,
to
I'll take
okay.
over the net.
Yeah, I'll hand Bard the net.
So darkness, we're navigating down and left. Still
Yeah,
following
we're gonna curve around and we're gonna go through the small thing. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to go that way, and Darkness will point toward pits of spiders.
Please, no.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible place.
Please, no.
Yeah, pits of spiders don't sound good. Many eyes scary also sound not too fun.
I heard a Dwargar went there
I mean,
once.
we've done pits of spiders before, and
Yeah,
it
but
wasn't
I
too
don't
bad.
think the spiders down here are gonna be like Keshik or the cave.
That's true.
Mm,
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Right. Anybody who's fishing, go ahead and make nature checks.
Grogmere, come here and help me with this net.
So he will help and give you advantage.
15. That's great,
Nice.
because I rolled a natural one.
You dredge up 2 of the what were they called? Quipperfish.
Quipper,
Actually, I have
is
it.
that what they're called?
Yes. And they look
Yeah, they
very
seem
much like
bad
piranha.
boys. When I was trying to look up different like fish I could turn into, because last time I wasn't sure how the session was gonna go. Quipper was
Oh,
one
right.
of them, but yeah. But I figured it might be a little bit of a stretch if I tried to say I could turn into one of those.
Hand Grogmere one of them to eat.
He happily takes it, and while the fish is still alive and like flopping in his mouth, just gnaws the whole head right off.
Amazing.
I gag a little bit.
I pat him on the back.
Forgot, I have a
Excuse
fishing
me.
net too. Does anyone else want to fish?
Cloak's about to be stanky.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll just
Let's
keep it.
stick them in the cloak with all of the other rotting meat in there.
Wait, so now we have
nasty.
quippers in the cloak?
Oh my
Should we just dump the head somewhere in this lake?
That sounds like a post-adventure waiting to happen.
Do we have 3 quippers in the cloak then?
Just 2. Well, for
One
me,
of them
at
got
least.
eaten.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right through there. How does this place look any different than the places traveled before, or if any?
It doesn't appear different. People who are sort of finessing with the nets and the water and stuff, you guys notice that the water in this part of the Dark Lake is much. It's still cool, but it's much warmer than the icy part of the lake you guys were in before. And nature checks from anybody fishing?
11.
16.
I should rather not get wet.
Nice. Corval, you catch a carp.
I'll show it to Lily in case she wants to look at it.
I can
do
only
I not
study
get
one thing at
anything?
once.
Huh?
But if we put it in the cloak, I can study it later.
Okay, you don't have the cloak. I'll just toss it in.
And Bard, you catch another one of the quippers.
I toss it in.
Oh my god.
Nice. You can
Let me
edit
delete
previous
this
entries too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So if numbers go up on an item, you can just bump it.
Perfect. Fantastic.
So what's going to be our story to these fish people? Because they're going to think that we're just weirdos showing up.
Well, we're obviously fishermen.
We could try to tell them that we could be a cult. And lure them. This is a bad idea.
With
Is
my
He's
fault.
like at this point looking down, smiling, and like, oh, you guys, you know we could have avoided this entire thing if you just would have let me do what I do.
I just glare
Cast
at him.
friendship on a guy that has like, oh my gosh.
Kip looks
I
at
was just
you,
looking
Bart,
back. I'm
and
like,
is
Jared,
like,
it's not even worth.
"No."
It's not even worth it.
It's not even
No.
worth it.
you know, I'm just saying, if I would have convinced him, we wouldn't have to
Bart
steal these
plugs her
bodies. This
ears
is on
and says,
you.
"La, la,
I
la,
don't think you
la,
were
la, la."
gonna convince him, Kip.
Kip, like very, very self-justified, is just like, I hope you know, you all did this to yourselves.
Darkness will like turn to Corval and like try and like whisper, like talk while Kip is like distracted and like can't you sense good and evil? Doesn't he seem a little off?
While this is
Since
happening-
undead and celestial, I don't think Kip is either of those.
Can I walk up to Kip and just pinch him really hard in the arm?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just walk up to you and I just pinch you really hard in the arm and I shake my head and I walk back.
Oh, I can
It
detect good
happened,
and
and it's
evil.
like, I hope you know, Lily, you now have to kidnap bodies because I wasn't able to convince him that we would
I
have given
just
him bodies afterwards.
I shoot back the worst daggers I can with my eyes. And like, if I could make my eyes glow, they would be glowing.
Kip like
And I
raises
say,
his
don't
hand and
fuck
is like,
with me right now.
Kip raises his hands and is like, I'm sorry, y'all, but it's true.
I tell the axe beak to push Kip in the water.
I was about to do it, so
So, Kip, you feel a nice axe blade pressed up to your back, and then a nudge that just shoves you right off the raft and into the water. Sploosh.
Yep. Kip lets it happen. Very calmly gets back up onto the raft. He puts his hand to himself and molds water off of his clothes in one big motion, just swoops it all off as if it wasn't there. Looks back at the group and is like, I don't understand. This could have been a perfect plan. We wouldn't have had to
Axe beak
kidnap
pushes
anyone.
him into the water again.
All of the people would have been fine. And
You're not
now
God,
we're here
Kip.
debating whether or not we want to take more slaves and give them over. I could have
it's
helped
called
that. I
risk
could have solved the
assessment.
issue.
It's risk assessment.
The axe beak pushes Kip into the water. And I say next time it's gonna deal damage.
Kip gets back on the boat and looks at you, Bard, and is like,
We're gonna have to kill him.
Bard, I thought of all people you would understand, but maybe I don't know my own blood as I used to.
I would say that's pretty clear. And
You're
then
sounding really
the
manipulative.
Yeah,
beak
Kip.
pushes him into the water and makes an attack this time.
Kip's actually ready for this. He uses a reaction to predict it and basically stop it. Like, you know, like if I knew the creature was going to attack, like just dodging out of the way and like grabbing its neck almost, just to like a bit like reflex.
So,
What?
Bard, roll for attack.
I'm gonna help it.
Yeah. So, AC is calculated with your Dex mod. So things like that would be in that window of Dex mod modifier are like constituted as a dodge. So you'll dodge it if the roll is low enough. Thank you.
Well, then in that case it just misses.
22.
Yep. So Kip tries to dodge and is knocked square off the boat and into the water. What's the damage on that, Bard?
4.
I'll outstretch my hand to help him on the raft.
Kip looks at Corval and is like, "It's okay, Corval. I don't think they want me here." And Kip's gonna start swimming while using the cantrip to push himself faster than the boat to just go down the river solo. Like not too far ahead, just far enough ahead to just kind of watch where the boat's going and look back every so often.
So you'd be, I think everyone's dark vision is 60 feet.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at like 20 to 30 feet away.
Okay, you're really not that far away.
No, I'm just far enough to be ahead of them.
Bard turns around the other way and looks like behind.
Being the
even look.
classic Kip, wherever Bard is looking, Kip's just gonna use the cantrip to slowly make his way over to like the direction that Bard's looking, over and over.
So you'd be moving behind the boat then?
Yeah, so wherever Bard is looking, Kip's just gonna swim right there, and just very very smugly look at her.
Can I roll to see if I notice this pattern of Kips?
Yeah, roll a
I think
perception
it's
check.
obvious.
Yeah.
If it, yeah, it should be pretty obvious.
I got it. I got it too. It would be like a 5. No. Or a 6. No. Yeah, it'd be a 6. So.
That was 4 damage.
Yeah.
Slashing.
So
So you got my coat. Thank you, appreciate it.
it's
My
been
cloak.
it's been 9 hours since you guys have rested. You have about an hour and a half left of travel before the first stage of exhaustion sets in. But Kip expending all of the energy to move around the boat while it's moving forward, while persistently casting a cantrip, suffers the first stage of exhaustion already.
Worth it, baby. Get on my level.
I turned to Bard and I'm like, what's he gonna do on his own out here? He's gonna come back, right?
You can still see him. He's
I-
only like 30 feet off the boat.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like he's coming back, right?
No, he's staying
I'm
in
not-
pace with the boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he just
I'm
doesn't
still
want.
with the group.
So you're like tagging along, but like far away.
He's just
Yeah,
like fully throwing a tantrum right now.
Okay, so he's being a baby. Okay.
Says Bard, the one who put us in this predicament.
So explain to me again one more time. What was the time frame of for us to take the first stage of exhaustion?
It's
An hour and a half from now.
You don't think we can make it to that little island ahead?
It would be
Oh, I wish I could see.
it's 2 more hours to the village.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just stop and kind of rest up at that island right ahead.
What if we
South,
leave the
directly south.
boats in the water and sleep on the boats?
Do we want to sleep, or do we just want to rest up so we're not
Well,
exhausted?
rest up.
I mean, I have the hut now, so
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah, but we don't really need.
We don't need to
the
use all
hut.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause we just need to rest for like
Gonna
4
go?
hours.
Because we don't want to overshoot it,
sure.
right?
well,
What?
Kip
Oh,
won't be able
what?
to recover from a level of exhaustion on a short rest.
I mean, you could whip out your
That's
hurdy-gurdy.
his fault.
That
Sounds
might
like
help.
a Kip problem.
Wow.
The only way you can get rid of a level of exhaustion right now is a full long rest.
Yeah.
Long
And
rest. Okay.
that'll be all of your ability checks will be at disadvantage, which, Kip, if you want to keep throwing your tantrum, you're welcome to do so.
As soon as you get off your high horse of morality, maybe I will.
There is no high horse. There's a high
Right,
axe.
because you didn't let it happen.
How long does it take to short rest? It's like an hour, right?
Yeah, it's
4
an hour.
hours.
Oh, 4 hours.
I thought it was an hour. Hold on.
Unless
Let me look.
But
I'm
either way,
saying-
we're gonna need a full long rest, or we're gonna have exhaustion.
Well, not if we stop at that little, that's you see that island directly to the south.
You want to
Could we
camp
just-
there?
Well, not
Well, we
like
don't-
camp, but we just like stop there for a second and then we can head to town.
We don't have levels of exhaustion yet.
Just Kip does, yeah, exactly.
Just Kip. So we could do 4 hours and reset a little bit of that right before we grab levels of exhaustion, or will we need a full rest to just like reset
So
everything?
short rests are at least an hour long. It doesn't remove states of exhaustion. You'd have to take a long rest if exhaustion's been incurred.
Yeah, but it'll stop us from
But it'll
we
stop us from
haven't done it.
incurring it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm asking. Okay.
So basically,
can
we're
get
like
to the-
we're like taking a short rest, quote unquote, but we're not actually like doing hit dice or like anything
No,
like that.
none of that.
Right.
Yeah. We should just stop for an hour at that little island there.
Let's take a break. Little break.
Yeah, we're just taking a little break.
We'll munch on a ration. Sit there, relax, meditate again.
And I think we should just like sit. We're parked ashore, but we should just sit like on the boat. I mean, what does this island look like?
One sec.
Yeah, you good. I'm sure you don't have every little rock planned out.
You might.
You might
be
though.
surprised.
Might.
I've got a lot.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. Let me find it.
I don't think you understand
Nice.
how much he's like does make things.
Where are you?
Be right back.
Sam, I gotta pee.
I'm gonna start ritual casting tiny hut on I'm like, so who wants no, actually I'm gonna start casting tiny hut on me, Lily.
So, I actually want to modify Tiny Hut just a little bit.
Okay.
Because the way it's worded, you have to like cast it around people, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a door that can only be opened from the inside. So, if you're in it, you can let people in.
Okay.
What's the capacity?
9 medium creatures.
Yeah.
Or smaller. So my axe beak cannot come in here with us.
What are we doing? What's going on?
I'm
You
just
could have
casting-
Waffles just wait. I mean, he's a big boy. Actually, he might be too big now that I think about it.
He's a large creature, yeah.
Yeah, neither
can't-
of them
he-
can come in here.
Yeah, they can't fit by virtue of their size, even if nobody else is in it.
In what?
Waffles and the Axebeak can't fit in the tiny hut. They're too big.
Oh, so we made the tiny hut.
Yeah, Bard is ritual casting it.
I'll put my
Okay.
hands on Waffles' head. It's like, you can take a little nap, buddy, and I'll just let him go back to the celestial plane
So you're unsummoning him.
for now. Yeah.
So this island is pretty barren except for the familiar purple ferns. There's some fungus that you guys would be familiar with now. One of them is the Nilhog's nose. And then there's one that I don't think you guys have encountered yet. They're 2-foot tall toadstools that are orange and red striped.
Darkness will walk over toward them and wave Sin
Oh,
to come.
Sin starts like lightly jogging, pulling out the book from the bag.
Yeah, make a nature check with advantage.
You're probably better at that. Why don't
Not.
you do that? Oh, then I'll do it. I mean, we're both bad at it, so I'll do it.
Yeah, here, take the book. I'm kind of tired.
Okay. Darkness will peer into a book full of things he's experienced. No. An 8. He cannot understand common so well.
You find the Nilhog's nose entry, but as you're like flipping through the rest of the pages, you can't find anything. Mostly looking at the pictures that matches the orange and red striped. pictures in
Actually,
front of you.
now piquing his interest.
You're bad at
I don't
this,
think
aren't you?
Darkness has. Well, he looks bad at it, but then he'll like go back to the Nilhog's nose. I don't think Darkness has ever asked nor cared before exactly what Nilhog's nose is or what it does. He'll like read that entry now though.
So Nilhog's nose is a small mushroom that grants any creature it eats advantage on wisdom perception checks based on smell for a number of hours. However,
Oh.
the creature suffers disadvantage on saving throws against effects based on smell. So basically, it just amps up your sense of smell.
I think I understand your way now. Nilhog's nose is something else for him.
What?
I think he's like using it to like huff things or something. I don't know. Seems like a weird dude to me. At least
He is a
Darkness
weird
thinks
dude.
he's weird. So I'll pick up more in Nilhog's, and he will throw a stone at the toadstool.
Nice.
What happened?
Sin, are you still with Darkness?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Both of you need to make Constitution saving throws. There's an eruption from spores from the red and orange striped mushrooms.
18.
How did I know? 17.
I pull the
No.
shield up.
Both of you guys like see the oncoming wave of spores and hold your breaths for the duration while it dissipates from around you, suffering no effects.
And learning nothing. Okay. And Darkness will kind of turn and shrug, now becoming like having a shared experience with Sin, like calmly ask, do you think you can pick that? He's becoming the like, yeah, just like ask you to do that.
What if it does it again?
I don't know, I'm asking, you seem like you're good with fauna. Do you think you can? Not that you should.
Can I roll like an insight check just to see like if touching it would kill me again?
Yeah. Make it a nature check.
No, it's a 4. It's a -1. I'm just gonna look at you and be
Yeah.
like, I have no idea.
Like your intuition is like maybe not because it already released spores, but then your experience with like the fungal daggers is that these things can have a lot of spores.
Fungal daggers?
Yeah, I've been mind controlled multiple times by fungus, so maybe not.
Let's just skip this one for now. Do you want
Bard's,
this? And he'll like hand the Nilhog's nose to Sin.
What? Sure. Like, doesn't do anything.
He'll like just give you back your book and like with the entry of Nilhog's nose open.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Try this out. Maybe we'll give it to Kip and put a bunch of incense under.
Could eat it.
So Bard, your tiny hut would have completed forming now. Kip, what are you doing? Are you on shore or are you still in the water?
Kip's on shore. He'd be on the opposite end of whatever the party's at, kind of doing his own thing, not causing mayhem, knowing his place, probably like building some type of mud structure with mold earth for a while, kind of very elegantly, like almost like an artist conducting something to make it perfect. And waiting for the group to finally get their shit together so we can go kidnap some people and throw them in the den.
Are you gonna sleep in your improvised mud hut
Oh, are we sleeping here?
or rest?
Resting? Yeah. If we're resting, Kip's just gonna be like on his hands and knees, kind of in his own world, just shaping this castle.
Okay, I was gonna walk over to Kip, honestly. Can I do that?
Yeah.
I just want to walk over to Kip And I just want to sit down next to him and be like, Kip, we love you and we care about you. And we want you to be a part of this team. But we feel like you're going off on the deep end a little bit.
Kip smiles to himself and just like shakes his head a little bit, looks over at Lily, and is like, Lily, that's the funny thing. I'm leading the path. I'm leading the crew in a path that would have worked. It would have been perfect. We all could have
And what if
had
it
what we
hadn't?
wanted. We wouldn't need to kidnap anyone. I just simply don't understand.
And if it had failed, that guy would have seen us as a deceitful pack of whatever the fucks. And maybe we wouldn't have gotten anything at all.
It failed anyway because Bard was a dipshit and counterspelled my spell.
Yeah, so he didn't see that you cast it, but if he had, it might have gone sour.
If he would have known, but it would have been far beyond the time that we would have gotten the knowledge, and we would have easily gotten away. That's the thing. And then Kip like gets really passionate and like stops what he's doing, leans over to Lily and is like, "That's the point. You all don't trust me. I have an agenda and I have a plan that's totally gonna work, but you all think that I'm this crazy monster guy. I'm really just working for the party." And Kip like,
we want to trust you. We want to trust you, but we have seen some things that we are not so secure in with you. When it comes to necromancy, when it comes to how you treat people, like when it comes to slaves, we are worried for you.
And it's like, slaves, that's another issue. We don't have to talk about that. But necromancy itself is not a bad thing. I mean, look at me, look at Corval. And then Kip like looks at his hands and is like, I am what I am, but I can also be good. We all have a choice to do good or to do bad, and I choose to do good with what I've been blessed. I just don't understand it. Look at Darkness. He was blessed with whatever thing he has, and he seems pretty good. We voted him on the island.
Cursed.
We're still wary of him also at the same time, and we're wary of the path that you could go down, because we all see a bad path that you could go down, and we don't want that for you.
Kip shakes his head and is like, Lily, never hurt you. I hope you know that. And I'm only looking out what's best for you. And just wish people saw that in me. And Kip kind of dejected starts like twiddling his finger with his mud sculpture. It's like, I wish people would trust me.
I am sorry you feel so alone, and I'm sorry you feel like people don't trust you. And I just want you to know that we do want you here. We just want to make sure we're all on the same page. That's all. And with that, I just walk away.
When she walks away, Kip mutters like almost audibly, but not quite, being like, I wish I could just make people trust me.
Can I roll to see if I heard it?
You can make a perception check.
Said it pretty
14.
quiet.
Was it?
14.
Kip, you can decide if she heard you.
Sorry, 15.
It was pretty quiet. It was to myself. You just heard Kip kind of be like, myself.
Okay, then I walk back to the little tiny hut.
If I'm inside the tent, would any of us know about any of this?
Anyone
No,
inside?
but I'll relay it to you guys.
Oh.
Okay.
Is the tent
Okay.
on
Trayer.
the, like, mushrooms? Like,
No, it's like on the stone.
Okay. I was like, are we having just like a little yacht now? Move around? What the?
Darkness will stand up and say like, I got this, and he'll like walk out. Be the second to just kind of like, he'll just sit next to Kip.
Everyone's taking turns.
Kip looks over and is like, finally you decided not to spy on me like a creep.
You ever want to speak with the dead, Kip?
Like, works at this? Like, what do you mean?
There's lots of spells I can do.
His eyebrows raise and is like, I thought you didn't like me.
Whatever.
I thought you didn't trust me.
Did I ever say that?
thinks for a moment and like, well, I mean, no. And then as Kip realizes that darkness might actually be on his side, not like on his side, but like okay with him, Kip visibly kind of perks up just a little bit and looks over. It's like what else do you know?
Well, you can be my like student, as it would say, in terms of necromancy. I know a few spells, and he'll recite like give you all the information if you want to look up the spell Speak with Dead, 3rd level.
Okay. Like as darkness is quoting like everything, Kip like puts his hand down super like shh, don't let anyone else hear. Okay. Like and Kip like super excitedly is like yeah, but we just gotta like make sure they don't know. Like super quietly leans in and is like they don't know, you know?
What's wrong with a little bit of necromancy?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. See, you understand. Kip honestly is like visibly like finally, like yeah, like but some of the party, you know, doesn't like that stuff.
I've been cursed with this light. Damned it be, but it comes with other spells and incantations.
Kip kind of visibly cringes at the fact that you said that you've been cursed with light because definitely not on Kip's vibes. But Kip ignores that right now. He's got a win, so he's gonna take the win when he gets it, and it's like, yeah, that's actually kind of cool, you know. Maybe we could talk about this some other time. Maybe you could, or I could like write your spells down or something later.
Why don't you come and join the party, Kip? And he'll like try and physically touch Kip for the first time and like try and drag him in.
Bard fully cast this so that Kip could not come in.
But he'll try and drag him in.
Bard.
Yeah. Kip's okay, you know what Kip does? Kip shies away from the touch and is like, no, it's okay. I'll come in. It's darkness. Appreciate it. And kind of like gives you a nod of approval, gets right up and follows you wherever you're going.
He'll like knock on the tent, I guess. How does it work?
Yeah. So it's like a little dome basically, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you can like sounds can pass through it.
Okay.
So if you knock on it, like the people inside would hear you knocking on the dome. And people inside can open the door for you. From the outside, it appears like seamless.
Or like you can see everything from the inside.
Yeah.
But you can't see in.
Correct.
Okay, cool. And I'll just like knock on the dome.
What is it? I guess I can see Kip out there, can't I?
You can see Kip and Darkness standing outside of the dome, yeah.
I'm not gonna answer.
Well, we can let darkness in. I'll open the door.
Darkness will walk inside.
It tries to walk inside with darkness.
So how are we doing if there's a door? Like, is barring a creature from entering when the door is open, is that like not possible?
It would be like magically happening. So if anybody inside of the tent wants to let in the creature outside of the tent, then they can come in. If there's unanimous like don't come in from everyone inside the tent, then the tent is closed.
Guys, I need some space from Kip right now. Please don't allow him to come in here.
Kip's already in the door. Darkness walked in and Kip boop, popped right in.
Well, I mean, because if Darkness wanted him to come in, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or anybody
Kip,
else in there wanted me in.
Darkness will look extremely awkward, like trying not to upset Bard, but also
All right.
thought he was
Bard
doing the
will
right
leave.
thing.
as Bard leaves, is like, Bard, come on, don't do this.
No response.
I'm just gonna lay
Kip,
in the edge of the thing and like just rest
Darkness
and
is
ignore
tired now
everything else.
with social interaction.
Sin has been in the
Also-
corner, chilling. No, just
As
no
I
response.
leave the spell, the hut goes away.
Oh, does it?
Oh my god.
Kip actually
Sin's like leaning against the tent and just falls back. Just like
Kip does give an audible chuckle and shakes his head.
I stay put and I cover myself in my cloak, fully. The void is facing outward, so.
I get near Sin and meditate.
Kip lights one of his torches and kind of just puts it there for some heat and just sits there warming himself. Pops open a torch.
His name's Barnabas, right?
yeah.
That's
Yes.
Darkness will sit next to Barnabas.
Barnabas nods and smiles very, very subtly to himself. Of everyone, he enjoys Darkness's demeanor the most.
Darkness maybe would have noticed and just like is just tossing a rock with the like light cast on it to himself, like back and forth, just kind of resting for this hour that we're gonna just hear.
He's gonna kind of like nudge you and be like, "You wouldn't happen to have like a small glass bottle or anything, would you?"
Let me check.
I do if he doesn't. Then I'll just Sin's just on her back staring up into the sky.
No,
The
I
the
don't.
darkness that is above you.
What do you need it for?
A hobby of mine, helps pass the time.
Darkness is now playing with his large bat fang. He got from episode 2 or some shit like that.
Did you have a bottle for him?
I did not have a bottle for him.
Alright, so he'll take the one that Sin offered then.
pull
I
out
imagine
an
an
empty
hour later we're
potion
just gonna see a tiny ship.
He's gonna start like collecting some of the like sand that's on the top of the stone of the island here.
He's doing a shiv in a bottle, guys.
He's gonna take little bits of the darker rock and kind of like smash them up, and just start like slowly feeding the sand into the bottle. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do, or
Can
do you
I
wanna
read,
No,
time
I'm
skip
meditating.
an hour?
can I read my
Yes.
Since the hut went down,
Did I?
I'll
Stop.
resummon waffles.
Okay.
chopping
Did I-
around,
did I
like,
study the-
elemental
the-
dragons?
Did I study the quip long enough?
For like almost an hour.
Kip is like kind of practicing what he did earlier with trying to like shoot himself up with his mold earth and the erupting earth. Not super crazy, just like practicing the motions and like letting the earth kind of like go up and then drizzle down and go back up and drizzle down.
Oh, so you are not?
Those
Are you
reps
not
in.
resting?
I'm resting. Just if we're just chilling, you know, that's part of my rest. Just kind of
Oh.
meditation style, repetitive movement.
Constant cantrips are so relaxing. Bard, how far away from the group did you wander?
As far away as I could.
So you're in like the remnants of the little castle that Kip was molding.
My castle.
Castle Kip.
No, I would not. Nope. Not there.
So you get to the furthest end of the island, then see that, and just turn around and start going the other way.
I'm gonna have waffles try and because now is waffles back to normal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him telepathically to keep an eye on Bard.
Waffles will do that for you.
Actually, so do we still have underwater breathing?
If it was like 9 hours to get here,
I
then
think anything like an hour.
yeah, at the very
Uh,
max.
Yeah,
If there's any time left, then I'd like to explore underwater.
it is expiring right now.
Under and just.
Guys, it's over.
Oh, how do we feel about snatching some bodies?
Not great.
Hmm.
And just
I
get
went with
some
my
bow.
plan. Anyway, let's
Nothing
get
came of the
this over
message
with.
I sent you, Fish.
Oh.
God.
Oh God.
We're getting volunteers. There's a difference.
Of course, Corval. I know volunteers. I can actually help with that. I can make them a bit more friendly.
Well, that'd be great.
Of course.
Lily's
I'd be happy
Lily
to.
is just shaking right now. Just heart racing, shaking.
This is for Shanti, Lily.
And
It'll
this
be
is for
worth
your
it.
mom.
It just feels so wrong.
Well, again, if they
No.
want to live there, there's no real harm.
We don't know what needs to happen afterwards.
Well, they'll live out the rest of their natural life.
Exactly.
He's not going to kill them.
Might even be a great dad. Who knows?
Look, I prayed and I asked Shanti for a sign that this was the right thing to do. And I got a noticeable nothing.
Well, that's not
Lily,
a no then.
But it's not
Kip,
here.
Kip's like, well, Lily, sometimes God speaks, sometimes God doesn't. It's or Shanti, it's fine. If we just do this quickly and get it over with and move on, we can all have what we want. It's exactly the perfect plan.
It's innocent lives.
Goes up to Lily and is like, Lily, it's okay. It'll be over quick. If we just do it really quick. You do that with me?
I put my hand on his shoulder and I like look really sullen and I just nod while I'm like trying to hide tears.
And Kip's gonna be like, remember, it's for your mom. And remember, I would do anything for you. And if that means your mom too, so be it.
Wait. It didn't sound right.
If I have to do your mom
Whoops.
too, I'll do it. Just let me know.
Oh no.
Whatever you need.
Kip says that more elegantly. That definitely says it more elegantly. Yeah. I was paraphrasing.
Yeah, I just nod and like kind of like go okay and then nod.
I don't know. Maybe Kip doesn't say it that way, perfectly innocently.
Are we shipping off this island then?
Yeah.
I'm going to have Waffles confirm Bard's location.
So
Wait, can
Bard's a
Waffles
little.
understand you now?
Bard's a few minutes walk down the island. Bard, what are you doing?
I sent you a message.
Can Waffles understand you now though?
Yeah, we're now communicating telepathically.
Oh, is it because you unsummoned?
That appears to be what fixed it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Do you even know it was broken in the first place?
No.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Nope.
Perfect.
Oh, does Waffle still have his card?
No, the card would have
Okay.
disappeared. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Waffles lets you know telepathically, Corval, that he's found Bard on this island and she is praying.
I'll tell him not to interrupt her until she's done, but basically we're getting ready to go on the raft.
Okay.
Art will be with us soon. She just has something she needs to take care of.
Typing.
Understandable. I'm so uncomfortable with this whole situation. Ooh.
Holy shit. Bard will. Bard's like frozen.
What?
See Bart in distress, or does Waffle see it?
Yeah, he would definitely see.
He's
like,
sprinting, like he's going full speed.
Oh, well, it's like she just looks like she's seen a ghost. Like, is terrified.
He just like pokes his head in and tilts his head at you.
Starts crying.
He leans in, but basically puts his head under her hand.
Oh. Waffles. Best emotional support animal a person could conjure.
Yeah. So Bard, you
Relax.
probably get the feeling that it's been about an hour of rest, so the rest of your group may be interested in moving on.
Yeah, I think that she's gonna wait until like they
Sure.
start moving or like come get her, you know?
Yeah. So Corval, you know what's up, but about another 5 minutes pass, and Bard hasn't shown up with the group, even though everybody's ready to ship off.
I'm gonna tell Waffles to look at her, give a quiet like growl, and then walk back to the raft.
So Bard, you are alone now.
She'll, yeah, I guess get up and start walking back.
So Waffles will return to the group first. After just about a minute, Bard shows up, and Bard, would you appear to everyone as you approach?
Like truly gaunt. Probably like all of the color drained from her face and only looking at the ground. Won't meet anybody's eyes.
Kip
Like
sees
says
this.
nothing.
Kip sees this and kind of thinks that it might be partly his fault, and goes up and is like, I mean, you'll always be my sister, okay? I love you.
She like winces and walks towards the raft.
Looks at Bard and then looks at Corval, looks at Bard, looks at Corval, and was like, is it something I said?
Follow Bard and begin ritual casting detect disease and poison.
That's 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you'll be casting that on the mushroom raft with Bard.
Yep.
Is
You
everybody
rowing?
else hopping on?
I'm gonna give Bard a like side hug, and then just walk to the boat, pick up the oars.
All right. After about an hour of rowing, and is there any conversation happening for this hour, or is it
I am
awkward
silent.
silence?
I am silent.
This might be the most silent raft ride we'll ever have.
Talking with
yeah.
Barnabas.
Silent.
I'm talking with Barnabas. I'm like, I'm like sitting next to him. I'm on the mushrooms now. I'm just like kind of wondering what he's doing with the jar.
So you can see he's about halfway full now, and the sand in layers is going from dark to lighter colors of sand
my God.
inside the jar.
He found this on Pinterest, I know it.
Darkness will cast light on a rock, or like on a handful of sand, actually, and he'll like hand it to him.
Ooh.
That's cool.
He'll take it and kind of like stash it down in the bottom of the mushroom and be like, that'll be the last layer.
Darkness will smile.
Complete.
So as you guys are approaching place of living on this map, you can start to make out little dots of flickering firelight that outline a shore ahead of you. And as you get closer, you can see there are some really shanty-looking small towers, maybe 20 feet up, that dot the coast, as well as some docks. It would look like a series of mud mounds behind those. In the very back of the village is like a cavern wall that goes all the way up and disappears towards the ceiling.
Looks at Lily and gauges her expression as the lights begin to show up on the shore.
I just look entirely zoned out right now. Like there's no emotion happening whatsoever.
Kip kind of very slowly walks up to Lily and like puts his hand very hesitantly on her back and is like, "Your mom."
He just had him said your mom.
Her mom.
Your mom.
No, your mom.
Why did that?
mom?
Why did
Look
that?
to
Why
the
was that
right
so
and
funny
then
to
look
me?
back.
Oh my god.
I still don't have any expression. Like it doesn't look like anyone could even catch my attention if they tried. Oh, the stream
Kip-
ended.
Yeah, I'm setting something up. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Kip looks at Corval and is like, "Are you ready? Is this gonna fit inside, what you need to do?"
I mean, it's the first step. I mean, helping a god. I mean, that is significant.
It's true.
But more
And-
importantly, it's Lily's mom. And again, if we came all this way, it would be horrible to leave empty-handed.
Yeah. Just to be clear, how many bodies do we need?
3, if we want to take care of all of the curses. 1 for Lily, 1 for Darkness if we want to help Darkness. I'm saying this quietly now, because now we're in the calculation phase. So 1, no matter what. 2, if we want to help Darkness. 3, if we want to take care of ourselves, or if we can find another way to remove the curse.
Well, I mean, Darkness has done a lot for us, and he's taken us here. Yeah, it might not have been perfect, but, who's perfect these days anyway? I think we should at least get 2,
I don't know if his curse is the curse he thinks it is.
I mean, if we have access to a curse master.
Sure, but would you feel like you're cursed if you have more power than you started with?
No, that's for sure.
Look, I wouldn't say I'm cursed with radiant power. Like, that seems weird.
It's true. Kind of has it, like, backwards.
Yeah. So I'm not, I mean, we can learn about his curse, but I don't know if the curse is as bad as he believes it is.
Maybe if we learn out how to undo it, he very well could lose whatever he has, right?
Yeah, he could lose his quote-unquote curse. However, we might be able to learn how to acquire his quote-unquote curse.
Oh, that's a good thought. Maybe just 2 then, We don't have to everybody.
No, and
That's what we
again,
need.
for what we have, I'm sure eventually we'll learn how to take care of ourselves, or we go back to the church in Neverhelm and ask Shanti. I mean, if we free Shanti, surely she would help us with our curse. Like, that seems like easy
True.
work for her.
Yeah, her blessings are pretty nice.
That's what I hear.
Okay. Well, is it time?
One thing, Kip. The spell you were going to cast before Bard intervened. How exactly did it work?
Kip grimaces at the fact that you mentioned that Bard counterspelled. Obviously, still a sore spot, but just kind of cruises along. Um, it's a spell that I kind of learned from my mom, actually. She used to use it on me to make me do what she wanted, like chores or whatever, or dishes or mowing the lawn or
Wait, parents
whatever.
use magic on their kids?
Oh, I mean, mine did a little bit, but I mean, it was for like little stuff, you know.
Sure.
Anyway, it's basically where if I want someone to do something, then I can basically ask them really nicely, and they're most likely to do it.
That seems
They,
good.
yeah, they don't like have to do it, but um, yeah. But then also afterwards, sometimes it makes them really, really mad. At least it did for me. Like I hated my mom when she'd used it.
Would we want that booming voice guy to get really mad? That seems dangerous, maybe.
Well, I mean, it would be dangerous if we stuck around, but you know, we're gonna go out. We gotta go help Shanti. He's gonna have no idea where we go. It's his problem.
Oh, they're like delayed when he gets mad?
Yeah. It. I probably got mad almost like after the chore was done, like when I had time to think. After maybe an hour or two, I'd say.
Interesting. I wonder why Bard would have intervened.
That's a good question. I'm still trying to ask myself that because then we would have been perfectly fine. These people wouldn't have to be given. But that's old news, you know, Corval.
Yeah,
No need to no
no,
need to dig up old graves, you know.
no, we solve current problems, not past ones.
That's true. Let's just get on with our mission, right?
Yep.
Darkness. Okay. After that, Darkness will recall. Do I know any like greetings or any like of the habits of the fish people? I want to be sure not to like startle them if they're like super scaredy cats, because I
Yeah.
imagine they probably are.
Yeah, let me send you a thing.
Yeah, cool. I want to know like if I remember any greetings or anything like that. Yeah.
Lily is still looking entirely zoned out.
We about to steal some fish people.
This is why we
Yeah,
worry, Kip.
Yeah.
Going to be okay. I will cast
Curiosity.
banishment on them.
Okay. How late can people play tonight by chance? Because I actually might be able to play a little bit longer.
I don't have anything going on that I know of.
I don't have an out.
So
I'd
do
be
I.
able to play till like 9 or 10.
I could go till like 9.
That sounds good.
I did get invited to a barbecue, but this is more fun.
D&D is way more important. You made the right choice, Lily.
There you go. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go use the bathroom while Darkness relays
Yeah.
that to you guys.
So Darkness will like motion for the group to like huddle up.
Okay. I will listen. I will huddle up.
Okay. So I haven't been to this village before, but I've been to other villages of the fish people. They
I'm actually going to be right back as well. I got to go pee.
they like offerings. They see them as a sign of peace. Otherwise, they might see us as food, although they're quite small and feeble, but powerful in numbers. I'm sure this village is quite large.
Well, what can we offer?
I mean, fish is going to be fine. We were fishing along the way, which was a good thing. We could pull out all those carp and razor fish
For the
rations that we
supplement.
have. I'm just going to cast light on some sand, and I'm sure they'll like it. I can't quite remember what their god is, but they will respond well if we show their god respect. And they will trade with us if they don't feel threatened by us. I suggest we make a peaceful interaction and try and lure some away to convince to come with us to a better place, one with lots of fish and things for them to do.
We did have pretty good fishing near Felth's hut.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm sure they'd love to come along. And who knows, maybe Felth will treat them very well, you know? Why does it have to be such a bad thing?
Okay.
Felth will treat them nice, you know?
He will protect them, I'm sure, for his own safety.
I am sure he will protect them. So it's not a bad thing. Just everyone, make sure everyone has an offering in their hands, and we'll approach them nice and slow.
So, Sin, you're rowing slowly towards the shore.
I'm just following Darkness's command on how to approach.
We should stop until everyone has an offering ready.
Do we say anything? Like, is there a phrase we should say?
Let me do the talking. Most
Okay.
of them. Let me message you this, but I'm assuming.
My offering will be the painting of Trihold.
My offering is going to be the Neverhelm Helmsman Helm.
Actually,
No, we lost that. Oh, sorry, no, you have the one without gems.
Yeah, I have the one
we
without
still have
gems.
that one.
The like old
Actually,
style one.
there's a painting of Oathblade. I want to do the painting of Oathblade instead.
I'll just grab a carp.
Does anybody want an elderberry to give to them?
Oh, did we
I
say
mean,
fish would be
Grogmere and Barnabas should each have something.
Yeah, I'll give Grogmere and Barnabas an elderberry, and then I'll give Grogmere an extra one so he can eat it.
So I'm gonna tell you this all right now, and it's something I'm not very proud of. There was a time. Well, I've been here before. Not to this exact village, but there was a time in my life where I was chased from where I was born / thrown down into a pit, which was the Elven City. I grew up there and I was chased away from there, and I ended up here. And one of these villages worshipped me as their god.
What?
Yeah. The
What?
fish. Yes. The fish people are dumb creatures, and
But
they
we
will
should show
worship
you
any
respect.
god. Well, their god changes quite frequently. As remember those human-ish people we ran
Yeah,
into?
they worship the lizards, right?
There's a lot of crazy people down here, and fish people are one of them.
Well, hopefully this is the village. I mean, if they recognize you
It's
as their
not.
god. Oh, okay.
The gods. Word may have spread, so let's hope for the best. But I will. I'll approach first.
Well, that's good news. Like, if they believe you are, I mean, you can ask them to do anything.
Well, maybe we can find the same village I was at. I was in a drunken stupor when I left the Elven village, so I'm not quite sure where it is. I have a good guess, but this one isn't it, so let's try our best.
As you guys get into earshot, you can hear some sort of high-pitched bloops and blops being hollered from the shore, and you can see a small group of like 4 Kuatoan running out to the dock right in front of where you guys are approaching. all of them are holding like spears. Some of them have curved, sort of like fish hook ends to them. They're looking and kind of like scampering back and forth at the end of the dock, very excited and anticipating their new visitors.
Oh, sure are friendly.
As you approach Sin, these hooked spears are like immediately jabbed in your face as they're blooping and blopping to themselves.
I will cast light, the cantrip, on my hand and hold it up high, and step out onto the dock.
The two that are on the dock that you're standing on, they stagger back about 10 feet. And one of them looks at you unblinking because they don't actually have eyelids. He points at you, and you feel like you might recognize this Kuatoa.
Oh no! Here we go.
And he utters in Undercommon, brightness.
Okay.
No. No.
Darkness will sigh deeply and yell in Undercommon to not make his new friends cringe. Yes, it is I, Brightness. I have returned.
This Kuatoan looks bewildered between his fellow fish persons, and he drops to his knees and bows down to you, but he's the only one that's doing this. The other ones are sort of looking confused. They're like, bloop, blip, blop.
We also have offerings. And I gesture to the party and I say, this is where you offer your offerings.
That's right, the boat. We're offering the boat, right?
No, you should have prepared an offering, Kip. Have you prepared an offering?
I hold out my painting of Oathblade.
Yeah. Kip ruffles in his bag and pulls out the carved dwarven rib cage that he carved like way back 20 episodes ago. And offers a actually relatively ornately carved dwarven rib bone.
One of the Kuatoan is going to run up to you, snatch it, and then immediately scamper back down the dock and sort of disappear into the village behind him.
I'm gonna walk up to
welcome,
the one
bro.
praying and put the Neverhelm Helmsman helm on his head.
That's really good. What the fuck?
Darkness, you should invite your friend on board.
I ask Rise, little one.
The one that was bowing completely ignores the helmet that's sort of sitting just off angle a little bit on the top of his head. Eagerly scampers up to you and drops down to his knees right at your feet.
I said, stand, little one.
He scampers up to his feet.
I bless thee! And I throw sand with light cast upon it at his face.
Oh my gosh. Just like a gypsy.
So he like shrieks and throws his arms straight up and then just like slowly runs his fingers over his face. And you see like his fingertips go over his eyeballs too because he can't close his eyes.
You have been blessed. You will join us on our epic quest for greatness.
He blurts out an Undercommon, "Thank you, Master."
We need 2 more.
Well, like no one. Lily holds out the Oathblade painting. Very fancy painting. Come on.
Yep. One of the Kuatoan just scampers by, brushing up against Sin's like knee as he runs by. These guys are like 4 feet tall max. He runs up, grabs the painting, and like balances it on the top of his head, holding both ends. Turns around and books it back into the village.
They're only 7 inches shorter than my character.
Darkness will point onto the boat and he'll say, "Go, kneel." And Corval, you think Waffles can watch over the fish that we bring aboard?
Oh, easily. It's not even a concern.
Okay. This is your new demigod, and he will point at Waffles.
Oh my gosh.
Waffles will raise both of his paws like he's granting power.
Darkness will cast the light cantrip on Waffles.
My
The waffles
gosh.
is glowing.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Brilliant.
Literally.
So at this point, you can see a more official-looking Kuatoan approaching from behind sort of the crowd
Oh damn.
of commoners.
Darkness audibly, oh shit. In
No.
common, not undercommon.
The other
Wait,
Kuatoan
in,
kind of
in
like
common
look,
or undercommon?
In common, not undercommon. So
Okay.
not to upset them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
kind of pushes his way through, and then an undercommon announces himself. Hello, I am Ploop Ploop Pleen. You may call me Ploop. We accept your gracious offerings and welcome you to our village.
Hello, Ploop Ploop Pleem, and I will whatever the fish person gesture of I'll just bow like a normal undercommon bow.
Oh, yeah, I'll stand to the side so that they can have a actual conversation.
He stares back at you, unblinking, and is like, "Must request that you settle a dispute for us. Who are these offerings for?"
Of course. They're for whoever is willing to join us on our epic quest for adventure.
He shakes his head and is like, "All offerings belong to either the Deep Father or the Sea Mother. Who do you worship?"
See. Darkness will turn around and look highly stressed because he knows that this is it. Reading
Kip-
through his spell list in his mind.
Kip looks at Corval and is like, "Is it time to do the thing?"
I think they're
Darkness will say
testing
no.
him.
Darkness will say no and comment. He'll turn around. I have partygoers here. You see, we all offered something. I think it's best I discuss among them. Don't you agree?
Just nods, still
Okay.
staring at you, unblinking.
Yeah, he'll turn around. Guys, we have a problem.
I'll walk back.
What's
Hey,
happening
Can
now?
I pull
what
out
type of
the
problem?
Can I pull out the Plains book and see if Undraka speaks of the Deep Father
Yeah.
or the Sea Mother?
I'm gonna explain that I'm pretty sure we need to tell them who it's for correctly because they worship gods and the what was it, fish father, sea mother, something.
Are
I've
they in
already forgot.
I would say
Deep Father,
I would
Sea
vote for the
Mother, I
Sea
think.
Mother.
What was that, Lily?
I think it would be the Sea Mother.
Well, I think is Bard here? Bard?
Bard is here. Should be.
I'm just
You
thinking
do not see Bard.
wait, what?
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 Bard didn't come.
I'm like looking for Bard. Wait, something's wrong.
Where's
Visibly gives a face palm.
I want to cast detect magic. Do I see any weird traces of magical energy?
Yes.
It's a total Kip move. Look at that. She can't even think of anything original either.
Oh, Kip.
Damn, our first real PvP match is gonna be an Agni Kai.
Yeah, it is going to be an Agni Kai between Kip and Bard.
Yeah.
To the death. I mean, we all know who's gonna win.
I just wanted the good perception. We need like context. We need context clues of like which they might worship. Is just what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that's what I was wondering.
Well,
If
that's why
I
I
get
think this will
information
give-
from the book and
Yeah.
get context from the surrounding area, we might
Like maybe the color they're wearing, any flags on display.
I
stuff
can't
like
use
that.
the wait. I can't use the Ring of Foresight hindsight, can I?
the ones
I
Uh,
make an insight.
It should be
on,
per
like-
long rest.
Oh.
Is it per long rest? Okay.
on which one seems like the best idea.
Can you make a
Uh,
what?
Yeah. Make an insight check, Bard.
Okay. 10.
So
Can I also make an insight check? Hi, Bert.
Both of them.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
10. Well, it would
Out
be
of here.
it would be insight is what 14.
We could say
Wait,
that it's
and
Make a
I'm
religion check to see if I recognize
I'm
like
proficient.
the
17.
references.
17. I got a 17.
they create their own gods. I'm almost positive you won't.
That's a 21 on religion. I don't know, like maybe I heard a story about one of these entities.
Honestly, guys, just say any of them.
Yeah. I mean, what color are they wearing?
So they're mostly naked, aside from like loincloths.
Yeah.
Some of them have little like what look like little vests on, basically. But they really don't wear very much clothing.
What were the two colors again? I mean, what were the two gods again?
The Deep Father and the Sea Mother.
I would go
Yeah.
with Sea Mother. I would just say Sea
I'm
Mother.
saying Deep Father.
No.
I recognize any iconography.
Can I roll in this book?
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna cast message at the person,
At the
the leader.
really
Um,
nice.
and I'm going to whisper, oh god, this could really go so bad. But
Yes.
this is the Sea Mother.
oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god.
Only he can hear me.
Hmm?
Please, whatever they say, help these travelers.
This is perfect.
I like roll a deception.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Was in common, right?
Oh.
That's what I was about
Common?
to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
no.
know.
I was
guys,
about to
no
ask if
idea.
message.
I missed.
I was gonna ask if
It's just
message
a-
is like magic in nature.
Oh my
So-
god.
It's like
So-
it's like speaking Japanese straight into someone's mind. Just
And
all
you're
of a sudden-
you're referring to the voice as the Sea Mother, right? Like yourself,
Yes.
basically. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So while everyone else is delineating and talking amongst themselves, you can see this Kuatoan kind of like flinch his head a little bit, and he like smacks the side of his head where his little ear hole is a couple of times, and he responds to you in his head, whispering,
Oh my god.
Bloop 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 bloop.
Oh my god.
Whisper Sin, get on the boat. We might have to make an exit.
Can I just
See, all we know is
You guys, he might be getting impatient, which I think you're right. Sea Mother. I think you just go with Sea Mother. They could worship multiple gods. It just could be a dispute.
Oh,
like we
shit.
just choose one. I don't know.
lean over to Darkness and I'm like, should I do the thing now? You know,
Don't
make him
do
a
the
little more
thing now,
No.
Kip.
friendly.
Should I roll another insight? Or do I just need to
Sea
guess?
Mother.
But like,
Uh,
if they're a little more friendly, you know, then they
Yeah,
might be more willing.
Let us
say
get
the
on
Sea
land
Mother.
and start trading with them first, okay?
Ah, Darkness.
Then you can do
Okay,
like one at a
fine.
time. We already have one. We just need one or two more, okay? Depending on how easy it is. It'll be way easier when they're not in a big group like this, you know?
Yeah, Kip actually kind of uncharacteristically submits to the authority and is like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Very out of character.
Darkness
Looking at
will
Kip with a
Darkness
worried
will-
look.
Darkness will hold
Yeah.
Kip on the shoulder and say, "It's going to be okay, Kip."
No.
and then
Wait,
say
they gonna
for the
post them?
Sea Mother in undercommon.
Oh shit!
They're the Deep Father. Oh no.
It all goes wrong.
Oh, no. That was good. That was good.
No idea where Bard is, right?
And
Nope.
Sin just puts the book.
Okay.
Darkness will look for the chocobo. I mean, Axbeak thing.
For the what?
Axbeak.
Oh, the ostrich thing.
Yeah.
Oh. That would still be in the raft.
Oh. You guys.
What's its
She
name?
can't-
Axel?
Axel/Axhole.
Axel.
They can't be too far off.
Asshole.
You know how much they like this
Asshole.
bird. You know? They can't be too far off unless they were taken by something. You know what I mean?
It's fine,
So,
Darkness. I give him a stern look. Everything is fine.
Darkness will be confused of what that's about. He doesn't understand that. He'll remain focused on this.
His name was Ploop, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Ploop.
Loop. You may call me Loop.
Ploop's gonna kind of like fidget to himself again and just address the rest of the group and be like, I apologize if you'll excuse me for just a few moments while you delineate amongst yourselves. And he's gonna kind of saunter back towards the village. After a few moments, you'll hear very loud blooping and blopping, hollering, and a good portion of the Kuatoan that were around the dock begin to sort of disperse and huddle around him back towards the village.
I'm gonna message Lily and say, "Don't do anything. I got this."
Okay. I just kind of like motion for everyone to like stand still.
Darkness will look worried. What does the Kuatoan that I have charmed with my brightness persona?
He's in the raft and he's like bowed down to Waffles still.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Waffles is maintaining his pose.
Grogmare is actually gonna like mumble to you, Sin, and be like, "I'm not gonna lie, this is some gruel shit."
Oh.
I don't. We just need to get this done. The faster we're out, the less we have to do.
Leans over to Darkness and is like, "Is now the time to do the thing?"
Yep.
Kip, don't ask about the thing until we say the thing, okay?
Okay.
Ploop approaches again, and is like, our great and mighty Sea Mother has an offering for you."
Of course she
And,
does.
From behind him, 3 fairly stout and burly-looking Kuatoan make their way onto the mushroom raft and sit down.
What? No.
That's right. We got more than we asked for.
Sin's gonna
Auntie, be
turn
blessing
around.
this mission ASAP.
Sin's gonna
This is-
turn around and get on the boat.
Yeah, I'm staying put. I'm going on the boat. I'm staying put.
Ploop is like, your offerings, were they for the Deep Father or the Sea Mother?
The Sea Mother, obviously. Yes.
He nods and is like, the Sea Mother graciously accepts your offerings.
Darkness will hand what was his name? Sorry.
Bloop.
Bloop.
Bloop,
He will
Bloop.
hand Bloop his large bat fang that he has been twirling in his hand.
Ow.
Say, 1 extra for the road. Thank you.
He takes it, nods, and is like, thank you. Hold on, Bard.
And standing there, he will gesture and say, "It is a fine town you have. It is a shame we cannot stay for much longer. We're stopping by to trade, but it looks like we have other business to attend to. I'm sure you understand."
Yes, of course. We hope to see you soon with more offerings for our great and mighty Sea Mother.
Of course. Of course.
Is everybody hopping back on the boat?
Yeah.
Start.
I will give a sharp look to the docks where I know someone's waiting.
Yeah, I'll just start turning around.
And
Yeah,
I'll Misty
Kip,
step back onto the boat once everybody is
Cool. Does that end your first spell?
does not.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
I'll say let's
Sin
go.
starts rowing and begins to tug the mushroom raft off and
shit.
away from the shore.
What a successful mission that was, huh?
No kidding.
So, what are we gonna do about the extra person?
Well,
Not the
well,
problem that was anticipated at all.
Wait,
You
there's
see-
4 now?
The extra.
Yeah, we had one volunteer for
Oh,
darkness, and
God.
then we were given 3.
Yeah.
Darkness
see,
is
Felth-
volunteer as their mediator.
well, Felth Tokkar is a powerful person, it seems.
Aren't
Perhaps.
we all cursed? We could just have him like lift
Well,
our
that
curses,
was
right?
it was per curse, not per person per curse. I'm pretty sure. So
Okay.
it's 1, 2, 3 for Lily's mom, me, and all of our curse.
Do we ask
And
to
then-
try and have him lift Shanti's curse since we have an extra person?
Yeah, we can ask him
Might
to
as well.
do like extra. Like we have a bargaining chip. It's like
Yeah.
a pretty good problem to have, honestly. How young and supple do these look? I know the 3 are like mighty guards, but like
So the one that recognized you, Darkness,
yeah.
this is Klug. He is middle-aged.
Giving them names makes it so much worse.
I know. And then we have Bloop, Blop, and Klib. These are the 3 Kuatoan warriors who are the strongest of the village.
Oh my god.
What was the first one's name?
Klug.
The Luke.
I suggest we keep Klug. He's quite fond of me. We can maybe use him for other things in the Dark Lake.
Right
Well,
before Gloob does not speak common, does he?
I mean, having an extra bargaining chip is never a bad thing, as you said, Darkness. We might even get more of a bargain. I'm just saying, this feels like Shanti's blessing all over it.
Yeah.
No.
Or
Shanti
maybe
has
even
nothing
Darkness.
to do with it. You
Shanti
hear
has
from
nothing to do with it.
nowhere. You hear from nowhere.
Okay. I have a question for our travel back.
Yeah.
So if it took us to this island to get like max exhaustion, if we go all the way, we'll get exhausted before we get to Felth Tokkar, right? Or how long did we just kind of
so-
like negotiate?
From the to get to Felth Tokkar, I think it's gonna be like 4 hours.
Okay. Oh, but
Uh,
you're from when we rested earlier, we had been traveling for a long time.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. The same way we came, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Probably for the best.
You're the guide.
I
At this
would
point,
love
looks
for
at
some
Darkness
extra
and is like, you were pretty good back there.
You know, I've been here before, not to that village, but the fish people they're nice people. They're probably the nicest out of anyone here in Undraka. That's why I'm quite fond of them, although they're easily manipulated.
Kip leans in, is like, and you know their language, right?
Of course I don't.
Well, undercommon.
Yes, undercommon, not their language. Their language is primitive and
Yeah.
weird.
Well, I mean,
Bloop, bloop.
4 of them did volunteer for some random sea mother, so I see your
It's-
point.
It's obviously Vecna's doing.
Honestly, it very well could be. Could be he could be blessing us right now. Freudian
She.
slip. Oh, shoot, it was a she. Dang it. I meant she. Yeah. Obviously made a bluff.
Darkness looks upset at you.
Right. About 4 hours have passed of rowing. Then I'm sure your arms are really feeling the pump. Is there any discussion that you guys want to have amongst yourselves before arriving back with Felth Tokkar?
No, I'm just zoned out.
Grogmare, you're taking the trip back to wherever we're going next.
Get out.
Kind of just not whispers, but yells out, "Ard, now that we have more people, we might be able to get something else."
Like what?
Oh, you can see me now.
Oh, okay, well
I'm
then
just sitting
I
on
say
the
it
back
to
of the
you.
boat.
Okay, yeah. Kip like sits down and is like, we have something extra, and if you want to use it.
I don't want to use these people.
Well, we're
I
gonna
just look at
be.
Bard and I nod really sadly.
And no, too.
Kip looks at Bard and is like, well, you know where these people are ending up, and this is for a mission and it's for a cause. It's the right thing to do, no matter how many people volunteer.
Yep,
and
just because we have to do it doesn't mean it's the right thing to do.
We all get a choice, do we not? We get to choose what's right and wrong, and if this is going to be what's right for us at the moment as we are trying to release Shanti from whatever curse that is, that is a good thing. Not?
It's a means to an end, but it's not necessarily good.
Exactly. What's right in the moment doesn't necessarily mean that it's a right thing to do morally. That's the difference.
Shrugs and is like, we still have a 4th person. We're just going to give him up and get nothing?
Pretty
I
sure
mean,
Darkness
again,
says he
we're
wants
gonna-
to keep him.
We're gonna use him as a bargaining
not
chip, but if
do
he
that.
doesn't want to be used, then we don't have to use him.
Kip kind of shakes his head and is like, you're missing out on so much knowledge. This person could
What would
advance
you-
so much for us.
What
We
knowledge?
could
would
know
you
about
want
curses. We
him
could
to
know about
know?
how they start, or how to end. Maybe one that we don't even know, and I'm sure he does. Wealth of knowledge.
There's other uses for these fish people, especially one that thinks I'm a god.
Kip once again is like, okay, Darkness. I mean, I understand, as almost like servant master style, and is like, whatever you wish.
Turn to Kip. Loyalty can be more valuable than information.
Kip looks at Corval and is like, true said.
Kind of puzzled why Felth Tokkar isn't here. Like, do we notice anything?
So I'm
Or-
assuming you guys aren't on the shore yet.
Oh, okay. Like rowing to shore? Yeah, okay.
This is
So,
like
yeah,
pre-game
we just
while
moved.
he still is not in the vicinity.
Oh, this is conversation for rowing. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I just have the map up.
Yeah, Finn pulls
Shall we try? So should we leave the one on the boat then? Maybe he can be the guard with Waffles.
Leave him with Waffles, and we can bring him up if something comes up.
Yeah, if he's
This
not
is
needed,
hurting
then
me.
he's not needed.
Let's just get this over with. It's,
Okay.
I just
it's
want to
making
get this
everyone
over with.
upset.
I can't do this.
Bloop, blop, clip. Vámonos.
Is that he's right there? Okay. Okay, can I approach him myself and say, just like really sadly, Felth, Tokkar, we have your bodies.
And what adequate bodies they are.
Of adequate, I would say.
Now, if I may claim these bodies, I will explain to you 3 curses of your choice.
So
Okay.
crazy he can inhabit other bodies.
Which one's first?
Shanti.
Let's do Shanti. Yeah.
All right.
I thought you were talking about the people that we had to give up. I was like, oh, let's go with Bloop.
Okay, this is why we worry about you, Kip.
I was literally reading the names like, maybe Kloop would be good.
God.
Oh my god.
All right. So not in voice mod, just so it's easier for understandability.
Never high pitch.
Shanti is the first daughter of the creator duality, the first tree of life, and her roots once ran through the deepest depths of the first world, and her branches grasped at the fringes of all comprehension. Without her, life would rot away, and undeath would overcome all. She was the original creator of the elven race, devout worshippers of her and keepers of material life. When humans arrived in MAVANUK millennia ago, Shanti and the elves welcomed them and introduced humans into the balance that exists throughout MAVANUK. Now, now her roots in the shadow plane have been dug up, rot and undeath seeps from the planar fringe. Her roots in MAVANUK are slowly being unearthed, and her link to the people weakened. If Adrax is successful, he will stamp out all of her followers and her in her entirety. The curse prevents Shanti from manifesting an avatar and inhabiting the same plane as her husband and daughter, wherever they may be.
That
To
part
break the
again?
curse,
Oh,
the curse
holy.
prevents Shanti from manifesting as an avatar or inhabiting the same plane that her husband and daughter are inhabiting.
Yeah,
No.
that's dirty.
To break this curse, you must cast Remove Curse as a special ritual that will require some unique components. One is a pool of holy water. You need an artifact of Shanti, and a drop of the cursor's blood. In this case, it is Adrax.
Oh, that's easy.
I do have the spell Remove Curse.
Can you repeat the requirements for that?
Yep. I'll put it in the group chat and pin it.
Okay.
Just put the whole thing. I want to read that again.
Not
As
me
the-
actually starting to tear up over a fucking D&D game.
That's a good
not
session.
Cursed.
Damn,
Damn.
that's brutal. So someone straight up cursed her to
Not
simply
someone,
Adrax.
Adrax.
Oh, you're sorry, Adrax. You're right. Be away
Yeah,
to weaken.
and
to kill.
there's a reason for it too. So the humans brought with them their own gods, now worshipping members of a pantheon that included the elven deity Shanti. Generations passed, and the world would find itself entering the Age of Men. Elves, once the inheritors of MAVANUK, find the expansion of a human empire at odds with their way of life. Shanti acted as a neutral party in the conflict, seeing neither as a threat to the balance of nature itself. But then Shanti fell in love with a human, and King Adrax turned his people against Shanti by reason of her betraying her own creation.
Bruh.
Ooh.
I'm the curse. No, okay.
Damn. So Adrax must have already been a god then, and is just accumulating other gods' powers, stamping them out. But why? Oh, okay.
Power.
Oh, so I guess that's one
That's
way
a-
to remove the curse.
That is some nice info stuffed away in the cloak.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the cloak.
Oh damn, it's in the cloak. Fuck.
Put the lore in the
We
cloak.
wrote it down. We wrote it down on a big notepad. and
Yeah.
stuffed that in
Just
there.
shoved it in there.
Yeah.
We
You
weaved a
can't-
tapestry.
In my handy
You pull it
dandy
back out.
cloak book.
So that is everything there is to know about the curse on Shandi.
Okay.
Well, got 2 more.
Let's save mine for last. Let's do the curse of whatever his
Abathor?
name is. Yeah.
Abathor.
Yep.
Before.
All right. So Abathor is the dwarven god of greed. And he is very much the reason and responsible for why dwarves are in Undraka and not the surface world anymore. So this curse has effects that reset with dawn. So you've experienced like the first wave of the effects, and the rest will hit whenever the party experiences a dawn. Those cursed by this deity will suffer visions of power and greed in their sleep. When they wake, they will vomit sharp rubies that deal slashing damage to their throats. To break the curse requires a sacrifice to Abathor. This can be the blood of the most prized animal or creature in possession of the cursed person, spilled
Excuse
upon an
me?
altar dedicated to Abathor, or an offering of supreme monetary value, at least 1,000 gold pieces.
A little greedy bitch.
Fucking Abathor, my guy.
Yeah.
Would a spell
So wait,
be able
so
to just get rid of it?
You could try.
We had to pray to someone, didn't we? We had to pray to an altar?
You have to spill the blood of your most prized animal upon the altar dedicated to Abathor, or leave an offering of.
Do I still have
supreme
Walter?
monetary
Okay.
value.
Just
Is
two.
Walter
Okay.
still here?
Yeah, he's in your cloak. He's in your pocket.
Oh my god. Walter, my guy, has been here the whole fucking... Anyway, sorry, I forgot about Walter. We have to spill the blood where? I look at Walter and I'm like, wait, no, I don't mean...
On an altar
Cast
dedicated to
spell.
Abathor.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay.
So didn't darkness have remove curse?
I do have remove curse.
Should we
It's
try
Just
it?
cast it. I mean,
I don't have it. I can do it next rest. I don't have it prepared.
Okay.
And let me see if it's
Oh.
ritual though.
if we can avoid killing our friends,
It'd
that would
be
be
removing
I look at
curse of
Walter
a
and I'm like,
god's
please don't
curse.
leave me.
At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If this object is... Oh, wow. It's literally just all curses. Okay, I'll just, next time we rest, I'll take it, and then I'll be... Which is it? It's remove curse. It's a 3rd level spell, so I could do it on 3 people a day, and it'd be out of 3rd level spells, though. So I could do like 1 a day and just kind of be out of a
I mean,
3rd
at
level
the end of the
spell
day,
each
we'll
day.
just take turns purging it if we need to.
Yeah, so we'll see how far we get on a day. If I have any extra, I'll use them up, and then the next day we'll roll around, and I'll get them back. Before we reveal my curse of light, I just want to say thank you for traveling with me. No one has ever been so kind to me, and it's been an honor traveling with you.
Of course, but you're not going anywhere, are you?
If you take me, I'd love to travel with you.
Well, yeah, it's your choice, man. You're always
Is
welcome.
Darkness getting emotional?
Do you want to come to the surface with
Oh
us?
my gosh.
Do you wanna officially join us?
I've never been to this surface. I'm a little scared.
But
Darkness
it's
is
beautiful
opening
up
up
there.
slowly.
I'm just like looking at darkness and I'm like little looking at it. I'm like, it's so beautiful up there though, and the skies are blue.
Oh,
And-
Darkness. You know what? You need to try a Troridro. Wait, a Triito.
Trito.
Shoot, what was
Kip,
it? It was
those
a
are harder
tri-hole
to
burrito.
get.
Kip Trihold's gone, but
well, when we get it back, he'll have to try one.
yes.
Thank you all for being so kind.
I mean, this is what we came here for, right?
It is what I came
Is
here
it-
for.
Is it time to go home?
Not yet, but soon.
Darkness,
Yeah.
do you know what's going to happen to you if those curses are removed?
I do not know. But I've been
Mm.
cursed with light ever since I was a child.
Not to sound like a Debbie Downer or anything, but if you remove the curse that gave you light, doesn't that mean you won't have light anymore?
Well, I won't have light, but I can use all my other spells. Vecna is what gives me power.
Fair enough.
So, Darkness, are you, your curse is next?
Yes.
One question. Sent you a thing. I cannot answer this, for the source of your powers is not a curse.
What?
What?
Is he cursed?
What is the source of my power then?
I cannot tell you. Its origin is not a curse. You are cursed, though.
What?
Cursed.
By what?
You are indeed cursed. Would you like to know?
Yes.
Just the god of greed.
Yeah, weren't you cursed by the god of greed with us?
Don't. I thought so, but I didn't take any damage when I woke up.
Oh,
Hmm.
what's that part? If he's not cursed with light,
You are
He is
cursed and suffering the effects of vampirism.
What?
What?
sounds bad.
Huh?
I'm gonna use divine sense to confirm if he's undead.
Uh-huh. Does that take a few minutes?
Oh no,
Or is it
it's just an
instant?
action.
Cool, yeah, darkness is undead.
I mean,
What?
you are freezing to the touch. I was wondering why your spit was so cold.
But
What?
but
Is that why
Wait.
you sleep in the rafters?
what do you mean?
Well,
What do you mean? What do we mean?
You dead, bro?
I'm
I
a
mean-
human, and I take off my elven mask and like pull down my hood.
oh, what do you look like? This is our first time seeing you.
What?
Face
The,
reveal.
the image I sent in general like a long time ago is the actual.
Yeah.
I'm like a
You're
pale,
freaking-
really pale skin human with like no pupils.
Um,
You hoodwinked us.
So, yeah, darkness didn't, or up until this point, didn't know he was a vampire.
Yeah, but I
Would
did.
win
As-
himself.
But yeah,
As a player,
yeah.
As a
Yeah.
player, yeah.
Tony
What?
knew, Darkness didn't.
Oh,
What is
Tony, why?
what
Yeah.
does that
no,
mean?
this is
To remove the curse, you must drink the blood of the vampire who created you.
Who created me?
Your father.
Oh,
Who?
shoot!
I don't have a father.
Yes, you do. He lives in Vancia on the surface world. He is currently a ruler there. His name is Count Vandred.
your royalty.
Count,
Oh,
welcome to the
Oh
club.
my
But-
god.
but
Yeah, welcome
why?
to the club. My mom's a god. Bard,
that,
you got
Darkness?
your thing going on.
Why did I end up here if I'm royalty?
That I do not know. You might have more insight as to your situation otherwise. As far as the curse goes, it was given to you by your father, and to remove it you must drink his blood.
What are the
But,
effects of the curse?
The what?
The effects of the curse.
You
You could just read them off.
Yeah. So, as a vampire, Darkness regains 10 hit points at the start of his turn, so long as he has 1 hit point left and isn't in direct sunlight or running water.
I've been doing that every turn.
Darkness has spider climb, which is that the vampire can climb on surfaces without needing to make an ability check. All of the
Oh,
ability
that's-
checks.
The rafts.
That's how.
Literally,
All of
he's been
the-
rolling performance checks.
He's been rolling performance checks for his climbing.
Let's see if you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
notice.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, he
And
can
I
stick to
never
stealing.
got it.
Yeah, well, his performance checks were in descriptions, and it was inverse. So if he failed a performance check, it would look like it was easy for him to climb. So you guys would hear like a low roll, but he'd be incredibly successful.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Wow.
He also has Children of the Night once per day. He can summon a number of bats. He's chosen. It can be bats or rats, but he goes with bats, provided that the sun isn't up. Also, this is how he has dark vision, even though he's a human. On the negative side, Darkness suffers from forbiddance. He cannot enter residence without an invitation from one of the occupants.
That's
Wow.
Oh my
funny.
god.
So could he?
Darkness is
So he
harmed by
should not
running
have
water.
been able to come in to
That's what I'm
my
saying.
little
It's
thing.
the hut.
Well,
He's-
Corval
no,
let me
he-
in.
He is. That counts as
But
an invite, basically.
that
Oh.
also proves why he was such a bad vigilante.
Yeah,
he could
was
never
awful
get
at
in.
it.
He could
Yeah.
The
never
only-
get in.
So literally, in my backstory, the handy dandy handler is the only way I could steal from people in the Elven City. I would try literally every house with the handle, every window, every door with the handle until it worked at a 5% chance, and I'd steal everything from their house.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Stake
Bravo.
to the heart. If a piercing weapon made of wood is driven into the vampire's heart while the vampire is incapacitated in its resting place, Darkness has a resting place but does not know what it is or where it is. Then the vampire is paralyzed till the stake is removed. Also, he's sensitive to sunlight.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yep.
So we need to buff up your cover before we go to the
Yep.
top world.
Wait.
I've
Get him a
never,
parasol.
I've never,
Aw, how
I've never
cute.
seen the sunlight.
Funny how you
We'll
were
get you a
cursed with
parasol.
light,
Dark-
but you can't stand in it.
Really
Ooh.
cursed.
But
He
you're just a
wasn't really
straight up
cursed with light, he
cosmic
was
joke.
cursed with darkness.
I'm so cursed. My father hates me.
Well, welcome to the band,
And you
buddy.
sound so into it. My father loves me, but not in the fun way.
I know this sounds weird, Darkness, but at least you know your dad's alive.
I mean, he's not alive, technically, Sin.
I guess.
Ah.
Yeah. His parents are dead, but they're not. They're undead. So you. Sin just shuts up.
Well,
So, you guys have one more body. Do you want to hold on to your last friend, or
I mean, is there
Is there
anything?
something
I
else
don't
you
think
wanna
there's
trade
anything
for?
else we can do with it, right?
I was wondering,
Well,
do you think Vecna is cursed?
that's what I think it's very likely.
I would love to
Yeah.
know more about Vecna.
Let's do it.
I've seen Vecna, and she's looking real bad. Let me tell ya.
Darkness, are you willing to do this?
Of course, anything for my goddess.
I guess I'll just say, is Vecna cursed, and if so, what is it? We have this body here. If she is,
all right? So Vecna is cursed. Which so Darkness, you haven't believed that Vecna is dead, but the general like word on the street from when you were in Civilization is that Adrax killed Vecna.
Yeah, I've never believed that to be true.
Yeah. So fully confirmed that Vecna is alive, but is actually imprisoned.
I knew it in my heart. I knew it.
I mean, I've been saying it for a while, you know.
Bart has been saying it.
Yeah.
I've had visions, you know.
like now he knows, you know.
he knows what Vecna looks like.
He's
What
beautiful.
does, what does my opinion mean to anybody, right?
True that.
Sin just wraps the
Oh.
shield around Bard and pulls her in a little bit.
Kip says that very low to himself, though. Nobody else hears it.
I absolutely heard it.
That was super low, extra low.
19.
This feels like when kids are playing together and they're like, "Yeah, well, I can fly," and they're like, "Yeah, well, I can fly higher than you."
I shot you. No, you didn't. I'm invincible.
Yeah.
Well,
you
my
didn't know
sword
that, but
kills
I'm
invincible people.
I would like to say that
Also invisible.
this game is a little bit like how Tyler and I played as children, for sure,
It's
and
true.
that happened a lot.
Yeah, that rings true.
Like, honestly, some of these are like trauma.
I'm so sorry for laughing.
Yeah.
So, Vecna is cursed within something known as an eternal tomb. And basically, this is a phylactery, which has to do with lichdom.
I know what a phylactery is.
Destroying the phylactery that Vecna is trapped in is the way to undo the curse, basically.
Do you know where
That's
she
a
is?
Dragon Age quest.
Felth, Tokkar, do you personally know where Vecna
Locate
is?
curses.
No, but I know what the phylactery is.
What is it?
It is an enormous crystal that is the remnants of the first lich to ever exist.
Big and green.
Yeah, Bard's seen it.
Bard's seen it.
Bard,
and
do you have any
this-
location thing? Like, since you've seen it, do you think you could, with magic, somehow figure out where it is?
Well,
If she can describe it, I can attempt to locate it.
I can as well.
Are we just gonna start?
So
I don't know.
first, let me tell you how to destroy a phylactery.
Yes.
Please.
It needs to be completely submerged in holy water
Oh my god.
for 24 hours. During this time, various wraiths and ghosts will be ejected from a void-like plane. They will need to be defeated. If it's soaked for 24 hours and everything is defeated, then the phylactery shatters and whatever is trapped within it is freed.
Oh no.
Sounds nuts.
That's a lot of holy water.
Adrax will pay for this.
So, Bard, I'm gonna see if I can find the text, but I gave you the size of the thing that you saw, and it's
like gargantuan.
yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna allow us to bring a phylactery into the Neverhelm Church. That seems like a threat.
Well,
Can we
It's a
create?
god.
Would the
Can we
pool even be big
create
enough?
holy water?
Because they can bless the pool.
So, Bard, the crystal that you saw is roughly speaking about 100 feet across and close to 300 feet tall.
Jesus.
I
mean,
think we're
heck
gonna
no.
have to bless the ocean or something.
What if? Okay, crazy idea, you guys. What if we were able to bless this lake?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But we still have one problem, and
How do
that's where the hell is it?
And how do we get something that big here?
Yeah, it's not gonna fit on our mushroom.
Exactly.
Well,
What if I like polymorphed it?
Wait,
Polymorph
Great
is-
But it could be
idea.
smaller.
Wait,
Polymorph is creatures, right?
There.
God, did he take away the fish person? The one
Yes.
that was my. Can I, like, before he left, I'm gonna say goodbye, my holy warrior, and give him a salute.
He's gonna unblinking look at you and then make his way into the skull.
Then start staring at people unblinking.
Bard hasn't blinked this whole time.
I stand perfectly still. I'm invisible to the naked eye.
Big reveal time. Bard is secretly Kuatoan.
Oh.
I mean, I already knew that. I mean,
Half elf,
she
half
thinks
Kurotoan.
about fish people. I mean, obviously.
So, Bard, would you care if I sent the thing you saw in your vision to the group for description's sake, or do you want to have it for
Right.
yourself?
Yeah, well, I think I would have explained, like...
Yeah.
I mean, I talked about it a bunch, yeah. So Adrax and Dumbledore, and they were there. It felt like I was going through a tunnel, right?
Yeah, it was a long tunnel with glowing fungus on the walls that eventually opened up to an enormous cavern. The cavern was also lined with crags and cracks that glowed with a similar green crystal.
I look
Giant
at the
cavern,
map.
huh?
Yeah,
and can
let me
I
actually bring the map up?
and I'll ask Felth Tokkar if he knows of anywhere where those crystals grow.
He does not. He will actually state that it has been well over 1,000 years since he's left this place.
Whoa.
Does he know of anybody who might know?
When he says this place, does he mean the skull?
Yeah.
You happen to know what's over there? And he'll point toward the blue fire, and he'll clutch his chest.
Felth Tokkar does not know what's over there.
Okay.
A quick question. Did you kill the giant thing behind you that you're currently living in, or did you just kind of take up residence there?
I think he is that.
It was once me.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
How were you able to keep yourself here, connected?
I was once a god. I was created by the Kuatoan. When they all...
Created by a Kuatoan?
Yes.
Are you the Deep Father?
No.
Are you the Sea Mother?
No.
And
When-
that would have been, it would have really lifted a weight off our shoulders if you were. My God.
Yeah.
And they love you down there.
You
When
know who the
all...
mother is?
I would presume that it is a new deity they've created for themselves.
I guess technically now it's me, huh?
How would it be? Yes, I nearly died when all but one of my followers moved on and created new gods for themselves. And I now exist with barely one follower.
Now you have 4.
You have 4 more.
And you have ensured my lifespan for at least another millennia.
Oh,
Real.
you're welcome.
Well, you're welcome for that. We will speak of you fondly to the other Kuatoan.
Maybe we can get a following going.
Maybe we can make you their true god once more.
It rolls his eyes at something internal.
All right. I think that's a pretty
That
sweet
was
spot to wrap it up.
the
Yeah.
best session.
Wow, that was some plot drop right there.
Yeah. Felth Tokkar got all them knowledge bombs.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
yep.
Yeah, see, that's why it takes forever to do anything in this game, because we make like a 2-hour journey to our knowledge.
Right,
Session.
yeah.
A vampire.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're a vampire.
Hilarious.
And to think that if we went with Kip's idea, we would have only gotten one of those pieces of information.
Yeah, Kip. Trying.
How was I
Yummy.
supposed to know? It was a good idea at the time.
Can I get that little snippet of lore like sent to me if you have it written down?
Which one?
The one about the count. And exit. Yeah, and like the name of the city and like how to undo vampirism.
Yes.
A little worried about like even the whole situation of getting the crystal somewhere big enough to do that within 24 hours guard watch duty.
I think we are simply not powerful enough at this point to.
The Darkness would love to do that,
Yeah.
but that is not reasonable. That sounds extremely difficult.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's gonna take a while.
I'm gonna have to be a bit of a higher level for that one.
Just a wee bit. Jeez. And that's so interesting about the connections to the gods. You know, you can uproot a god, literally, from each plane of existence and eventually snuff them out.
The irony is that since Lily's here, Shanti's being denied on 2 different planes right now.
Yep.
She's completely stuck.
Well, it did say and. It said father and daughter.
Right. The
Yeah.
father's on the
Lord.
material plane. Lily's here in
Well,
Undrak.
I was thinking they had to be
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
same plane though.
But you know,
No.
at least I could contact
No.
Shanti on the material plane because like here I tried to pray to her twice and she is not anywhere around. She cannot contact me at all.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. The only
Yes,
way
he
you can...
did say they uprooted everything from Draka.
Yeah.
The only way to speak to Shanti on the material plane while you're in it, Lily, is at a dedicated place. So
Mm.
she
Jaunty
can-
zone.
Yeah. She has like limited little pinhole points where she can exert her influence, but it's pretty much like within her temples is it.
Okay.
She's
Understood.
literally holding on by threads.
Yeah.
And it's springtime in MAVANUK. so the ever diminishing abilities to affect her domain in the material world will begin to be noticed.
Right.
Meaning like shit gonna die, like forests and nature.
Yeah, that's fun.
Lily or Keeble alive. The one beacon of hope. Just like Felth Tokkar.
Yep. So you guys now need a shit ton of holy water.
Yep.
And that's like
And
the
we
holy
need
water.
to know the location.
Yeah.
And figure out where the
This
whole
is like
thing
our
is.
2 parts. Like
So,
face Adrax. He's probably there, but yeah.
so what are we
We
doing next?
Yeah, what is the
'Cause,
next
like we
goal?
just felt the car was like our main mission.
I know. I'm like,
So-
do we go back to the surface
I
now,
think
right?
we need to make sure Bard's family's taken care of.
Yeah.
Also, gotta
I
see
mean-
what the material world looks like because we've been away for a while.
Yeah.
I mean,
So true.
yeah, my family, really, we are on my shit list right now. I feel like I'm powerful enough to deal with them.
I'm worried that you might be a target because they're going after things that we know.
Right.
Mm.
Meaning like they could go after your family.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I
it.
wish they
I've
would,
been alone.
honestly. All of the people I care about are dead, so.
Even
Savage.
if
Ooh.
Himbo, Lydia,
Oh.
pancakes.
Oh.
especially
The goat.
pancakes.
We don't talk about himbo.
I want to think about it.
Yeah.
What a good
So-
session.
Bart has had
Yeah.
really bad luck with animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For as much as she wants and loves them.
Yeah.
True.
So long-term goals that still are on the table. There's constructing the soul device
Yes.
for Jay.
Which we have done nothing about getting metal or
I
like,
know.
anything.
I know.
Not since being in Andraka.
Yeah.
I think you guys did some stuff just
True,
before.
true.
For
We
that.
did grab basically all the azurite we needed for
Yeah.
for the season.
You guys also have some
Azurite?
springs and scrap metal and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have to start gathering all that stuff at some
I mean,
point
we
too.
get back to Neverhelm. We can loot the power plant. There may be other stuff we can use there.
The
Yeah.
power plant is a crater.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The power plant is a giant hole in the ground now with the water.
I don't believe I was
Yeah.
there when it got cratered.
Nobody was there when it was cratered. I think you would see it coming into the city though from the north because
Okay.
it's like plumes of smoke and it's pretty noticeable off one of the side streets.
At some point we're gonna have to have a home base because this thing is not gonna be a small contraption. We're gonna need to
No.
somehow set
We're
up
gonna need to
camp.
make our own home somewhere.
Didn't you guys
It-
mention a farm?
I
somewhere?
have a home.
Maybe.
Do you have a home?
Oh,
You
Okay,
guys, you guys saw
On
On the
Darkness
Temple.
Temple.
surface.
oh,
We need it on
yeah.
the surface.
Well,
I mean, his home is pretty well fortified. It could be like a second home.
But it
Yeah,
it also is like there's an instant doorway from Neverhelm into there. So if
And
any
we have
in
the
any
key,
way,
don't we?
Yeah, but if in any way like
Maybe.
Dumbledore finds out, that's a doorway right into our fucking home.
You mean
I like
ye
it,
way?
no- I love that everyone's like Dumbledore.
But he won't have access because
Finn
would
legitimately
have
a
calls
key.
him Dumbledore.
I was watching a video on YouTube about Harry Potter and they kept saying Dumbledore and it sounded wrong.
Oh, because you.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I mean,
we
we all know that at some point that purple wizard's got to go down. Like,
Yeah.
without a question.
So there's
we have a plan for him.
the soul device. There's the Dumbledore plan. There's loosely a plan to find and set Vecna free.
Yeah.
I think those are
Still
like the
got
big
Bone
three,
Devils.
and freeing Shanti.
The bone.
Does anybody have like personal things that they feel like they need to do?
Me, no.
The Vecna thing is
Okay.
kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
Jay,
kill
for sure.
Dumbledore is what I need to do.
I would say we should go back for Harvey,
Jay,
but
kill
honestly, I'm over it.
Dumbledore.
Oh, we gotta
I
go back
need-
for Rocky,
I
don't we?
need
I
Rocky.
We need to go back for
I
Rocky.
need
I-
But
yeah,
we're gonna
I
leave
need
Harvey.
Rocky.
So
Oh, you're
I
over
need
Harvey?
I'm over it.
want to run Rocky.
No. I think you should just do a clean cut with Harvey, but he stays with us.
What?
Nah.
No.
Why do you want Harvey with us?
He just.
So
I don't know.
just so
This is an
everyone's
asshole.
clear on where
Yeah.
people are, Harvey was last seen at Gnome Guard getting fucked up on mushroom wine.
Right.
Rocky and
Oh
Nathan
no.
were left with Oaken.
Oh, yeah.
So Harvey's the only one in Gnome Guard.
What if Gnome
Correct.
Guard got taken? What if we've been gone for like a month?
Well, fuck Gnome Guard then.
Damn. I mean, we warned them.
No, I did warn Piff, so hopefully.
No.
they're
Piff
good.
and Pog
Yeah.
Yeah, Piff and Pog.
and Angie.
Angie walk, they'll be fine.
Oh my
Oh
god,
no,
Pog's
I'd be
potions.
more sad
no.
if anything happened to Angie Walk, I'd kill myself.
If anything happens to Piff, I'm crying. Greatest architect of our
That-
time.
We saw those battle crabs.
Yeah.
We could go. Ooh, maybe we could exchange some of our gems for battle crab.
Well,
There's also the very real problem. It's been put off, and I don't think it could be put off much longer. How are you guys getting back?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Darkness said he knew
Oh,
a way
I-
back.
I
we
to
thought we
home.
tried to-
Probably
The
no.
whole time we have been asking Darkness, he's been saying, "I got it, don't worry." So I don't think
Yeah.
any of us have like openly worried about it.
No,
Yeah.
Darkness says he got it. I trust him.
I mean, we know that there's a portal where we came from.
Right, if we can get back to his home, we
We
can
have
use
the
the
necklace.
key.
Yeah, the key. Yeah.
The key that we don't know about.
I know though, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that. Darkness was kind of just saying that to say that. But now that you
No,
guys are his
Darkness
friends,
doesn't-
you can be honest
I've
with
been
you.
lying the entire time.
Oh my
so I was
God.
lying so that you guys liked me. And now that you like me, I don't know shit.
yeah.
Well, Andraka is complicated.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Do we explore a little while we're down here, or do you think? I feel like we're so crunched. We gotta
I
go.
just want to get out of
Yeah,
here
we
so
should get
I
out
bad.
of
feel
here.
like we gotta go.
So my thought was that if you look on this map that we're looking at on the stream isn't great, but there's like the full map of it. There's like a bunch of different ways to get out, and most of them are to North Dark City. That's the way we came in, which I guess we could go back up the river. We can, but that doesn't sound very smart. The other ways probably lead back down from the top of the map that I have, of like all of Andraka, like to East Mean City, is going to take us really, really far away from where we started, which is why I think like to South New Squishy or to Evil Snake doesn't sound great, but to North Sharp City, I'm not sure what that would be, but those were my
If
two
we
guesses.
went to the Elf City, I bet they have a portal.
Yeah, but that
That's
isn't great.
complicated.
Would we
'Cause
go
they know
to
about
New
Lily.
Phala? Would we go to
Complicated,
New
for sure.
Phala?
Holy shit.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got a jam, guys. It was fun.
Cool.
Bye.
Yeah, I think I need to head off.
See ya.
Back
I'm
in.
super tired.
Bye-bye.